Hi everyone, welcome to Legion D&D, where the cast and crew from Legion M, the world's greatest fan-owned entertainment company, cast away their worldly woes and play Dungeons and Dragons! New merch shirt!
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Magical.
Where did that come
Where did
from?
that shirt come
Magically
from?
appeared.
What? Baxter's got one too? What?
What's happening
Where
right
did
now?
these come from? Well, you can go to the Legion M site and look all over and not find it, but you can always email
I
and
say this seems like a piracy issue, Mandy.
was this a
Get him,
plan or
Mandy.
what? It
This
matches
sounds like you're forcing my hand.
blend right into it, which
now
is
I
awesome.
have to.
This is a really
Greetings,
mean way to,
Wonderconians.
tell Mandy
I
she's
believe that
fired.
is that's the name of people who live in WonderCon. Wonderconians, right? Greetings, Wonderconians. We come in peace. I'm Dave Hampton, your disappointing dungeon master, and welcome to episode 14. And for those of you still at work, that is week 1 of the second fiscal quarter. So get your Excel spreadsheets in a row as we get ready to play. News first, merch. Now you, Mandy, you were like, is everyone up here? Or I'm not sure where they are, but you wanted, I want the logo, I want the font, I want all this type of stuff. And then you said, what did you want? And I said, I wanted a stress ball, a keychain bottle opener, a beer koozie.
Underwear,
temporary
as I
tattoos,
recall.
coin purse. It was actually a thong. But I wanted to make sure
yes.
that the logo was high enough that it wouldn't get sucked down into my butt cheeks, because then
Yep,
you
that's
can't
very
see
important.
it. And then, it gets a little too gaunt like that, and it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Important.
In fact, Dave is wearing the very first Legion MD&D thong right now.
As a matter of fact,
Second surprise of
it's
the
a little
day.
uncomfortable, but yes, I am.
I have received said artwork, and I cannot promise anything, but I will do my absolute best to have t-shirts available on legionm.com
Eventually.
before this airs. Before
What?
WonderCon.
Well, then that was a promise that you didn't need to make, because
It is not a promise. It is a hopeful initiative.
it is a stretch goal. Like so much of what we do here, it is a stretch goal. So one of my favorite sections, things that I got wrong, or what makes me so gosh darn disappointing. There was a big discussion on the Twitch feed about RAW, which is rules as written, versus apparently what I do. Instead of RAW, it's more of RAIDK, LOL, which is kind of how I roll. If I don't know the rule, I just make something up and roll through it, even if I'm wrong, because to me, the important part is the storytelling. Who would have guessed that Kondra would have cast Thunderwave, potentially killing like 3 people around her, but ending up saving the day? And did I apply it wrong? I'm gonna say, a lawyer could argue my case. I think it was actually pretty good, but it's worth it for the storytelling to me. So
I
I
think
will
you
always.
applied it perfect, actually. I think that, in my very professional D&D opinion,
Right.
you ruled just right.
Right. And I'd like to point out to everyone that this is her second fiscal quarter of playing. So she's an expert. She's got an Excel spreadsheet where she tracks everything and everybody goes. So
All day.
so that was one thing. Rope gives advantage on climbing checks. I did not know that. So thank you for pointing it out. I just lowered the score. Instead of a 10, I lowered it to 5. So it's kind of the same, but we'll do it correctly next time. Potions as a bonus action. I stole that. A lot of the streaming versions do that just to speed up the gameplay a bit. And I get it, because we spent the entire last episode in a well, and as Pele Latrout just pointed out, accomplishing nothing, learning nothing, and ending up in the same place that they started. So, speeding it up is a good idea every now and then. Health
You're in
check.
for a wild ride, everyone.
A wild ride. It's very much like a roller coaster where, lots of ups and downs, but you end up right where you started.
Buckle up.
Health checks. Now, you're not allowed to yell out, like, I'm at 11, because that's just not a thing. As humans, we don't like, how are you feeling today? Oh, well, I'm down to 11, so I'm really close to the end. You can say things like, I'm great, I'm hanging at that, I'm a little beat up, or Auntie M, is that you? And all of those are valid, so we kind of know your health while staying in character. And then this was really funny. I was listening to the show just to remember everything that went on so I can, do a better job. And there was a point when Kondra cast Thunderwave and everyone got blown away. And then Tatiana got blown into the air and 3 seconds later slammed on the ground drunk because she was blown off a ladder above Tatiana's head. And everyone was talking, and Pele was arguing the case that the falling damage should be reduced because she was drunk. And I kind of heard that, but what I only heard on the replay was, that saved my friend's life once. And then we just moved on.
Oh, yeah.
That's a story that I want to pick up at the break. Maybe trim out the names, and we all missed it.
You bet. We're all very lucky that he was. That being said, probably wouldn't have been in the situation he was in if not for the fact that he was also drunk. So
right. It hinders and it helps. So a lot of the WonderConian audience is new to us, so we were going to just speed through and introduce ourselves, although we are missing 2 people right now. One of them will show up later. So I don't know, just should I just call people out?
Sure.
I will. Matan. Wave.
Hello. Hi, WonderCon. I am Zancorin. I play a halfling bard, and I do not know how to sing in real life, and I don't know how to do any poetry in real life, so it makes the game a lot more fun. Is there anything else I should say? I don't know.
Taylor. You just pick the next person, just like you do in business meetings.
Okay, well, since you said Taylor.
Hello, WonderCon. My name is Pele Cyclone, and I play an aquatic half-elf rogue. And those who know me have started calling me LaTrout because of my fish-like qualities and also my fish-like features. That's pretty much it. You'll learn a lot about me as we go, and I talk like this, so that's how you know it's Pele.
There you go.
Scottish trout from the North Sea.
You got to pick someone next, Taylor.
Oh, Kondra.
Hello, WonderCon! First, I will say I miss you all so much. I have not missed a WonderCon in probably 7 or 8 years, so I can't wait.
What? You're that old?
I know, right? I just, my features just stayed frozen. So anyway, aside from my good looks, I am so excited for you guys all to join us. I play Kondra, a very high energy and high tension high elf wizard, necromancer, by the way, and that's it. That's all I do. I also, like, in my free time, make merchandise for Legion M. So you may or may not see T-shirts coming later. If you have not been able to figure out what I do yet, I do that.
Like, not this one in particular, but
not yet.
But other
not yet,
cool stuff.
But you forced my hand,
right.
So now I must.
It was actually Baxter that did.
Baxter, call on you.
Hi, I'm Baxter. Actually, I'm David Baxter. I do development for Legion M, and I play Rocky Killmage, a ranger. As you can tell from my last name, Killmage, I like to kill people who use magic because I don't like them very much. But everybody in my party has kind of got a get out of jail free card sort of thing. Anyway, I too am very, very sorry not to be at physically WonderCon. This is the next best thing. Let's play some D&D. And Jeff, why don't you talk?
I'm a monk.
Okay. That's about all we should we just end there?
Thank you.
We could. I decided I was going to play a character that is the exact opposite of me in real life. And so it's a character that lives by the law that if you don't have something good to say, just don't talk.
It's really his silence that's the best part about him. So, anyway, Okay, so that's introduction to everyone. We'll have Terry Luberoff is joining us later. She plays Tatiana, a blue dragonborn, and then Legion M's CEO is off this week as well. He plays a new introduction to our team, Corleone, which I'll just play a little bit as we get to it. As a group, though, for the first fiscal quarter, we've been playing the Delphi Sapphire. Now, for those of you who are history buffs, you know it's based off of a true story, which is kind of cool. So if you want to Bing that, they're not sponsoring us, but I just thought somebody needs to support them. If you want to look that up, you can find out about the Delphi Sapphire and a little bit about it because it does tie into the story. It's pretty exciting. We've been playing that for a while, but there's a bunch of Wonderconians, and I think small Wonderconians are like Wonderconlings. Is that like a foundling?
Oh, I like Wonderconlings.
We need to have little Wonderconling.
Wondercondiacs.
Yeah, and then the evil ones are the Wonder Convicts.
Right. Right. Yes. Let's. Yeah. Let's just keep our assumed names. Oh, damn it! My name's not assumed on the screen, is it? Maybe it's not showing if I'm lucky. So here's a good story summary. So we normally don't do a big summary from the beginning, but I am going to try just to catch you up. You can always hit up YouTube or any podcasting service that you want and catch up with everything from all the way back to episode 2 because we didn't know how to record it on episode 1. Okay, we just didn't bother recording it on episode 1. But the crew, the actual employees from Legion M, the people that you see on the screen, they actually started off playing themselves, and they were transported from present-day London to the kingdom of Rasfadal in the world of the realms. Their characters have no idea that they were once part of the crew of Legion M. They woke up unaware of how they got to the city of Hoffendal and unaware of their past in our own world. The only thing that they had was a box with a key and a note. And along with that, they had their memories of being who they are in the world of the realms. They took a job to transport goods to the town of Fend, and along the way, they were attacked by ogres, sturges, and goblins. They saved a family of hobbits from an attack and had pancakes for breakfast as a reward, which was nice. More sturge attacks, an ambush that led them to travel to a forgotten cave in an attempt to rescue the person who hired them, Gunther Rockseeker. However, he had been whisked away to the legendary castle Crag Maw, the castle of the Gaping Mouth. They did rescue his travel mate, but the location of Crag Maw, if it exists at all, is unknown. They arrived in Fend full of questions, dining and drinking at the Inn of the Southern Woods. That night brought forward new friends and alliances. And here are some of them. Sildar is married to someone named Toblin. Albrecht Rekor runs the Red Hand. Albrecht and Sildar are old friends. We know where Tresendor Manor is, but we're not sure who's inside it. We don't know where the Cragmaw is, but we think Gunter is in there. Lackland the Brown may know where the Cragmaw is, but we don't know where he is. We don't even know if this mine that they're looking for called Mishak Forte exists. But if it does, it has a magic forge and a key that unlocks a powerful amulet that sounds suspiciously like the Delphi Sapphire. Gundren is still missing, but he might know where the mine is. The Stealthy Six finally decided to go to some old ruins. On the way, they were attacked by and then ate an owlbear, which is kind of an interesting way to get rid of your foe. They ran into some swole kitties who could go from fun size to value size in a blink of an eye and could be quite a handful. They eventually made it to the ruins of Nirenver and battled a red mage who looked at Kondra and said,
"She has what the master desires. Seize her, destroy the rest."
I just wanted to do that voice. After the ensuing battle of undead and abyssal creatures that nearly killed Zancorin again, the evil mage had apparently fled or was hiding. Either way, they ran into a beaten, captured victim who went on to become Corleone and is normally played by Legion M CEO. Paul Scanlon. Despite Corleone's warning of caution, Pele descends into a secret cavern at the bottom of the well and made a series of poor life choices that almost got everyone killed. But Kondra took a chance and recklessly cast Thunderwave against her own team and a bunch of giant constrictors around her, and they were able to turn the table on them. No one expected this. We really all thought it would end in a couple of people dying, so that was pretty exciting. Dripping with blood and physically taxed to the breaking point, the seven escaped the well to rest and heal before attempting a new descent. And with all of WonderCon caught up, the Stealthy 6+1 realized that the sun was setting at the top of the well, The evening lay in front of them. And now, my good friends, it is your turn.
Well, I think we should go right back down the well. I didn't get enough snakes last time.
Well, we were gonna take a long rest, right? So, or a short rest. Was it a short rest or a long rest?
Oh, definitely a long rest. We definitely need to kind of regroup, center ourselves, make sure we know what we're doing, and then we can go back down if you guys want, and figure out what's going on.
Yeah,
One way or another.
Oh, pooped.
Didn't kill all those snakes for nothing. We're going back down there.
All right. So I think the plan is,
Thanks.
I think the place where we found, or where our new friend here was found laying down, we could probably set up a good perimeter over there and sleep up
Over
Yep.
in this turret area? There's still obviously areas that you haven't inspected. There, you can tell because they're black on the screen. Or I just need to clean them up a little bit. So there's a whole half of it that you just don't even know what's there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I'm
you guys...
making plans for that. So
Anybody notice all that extra room in this castle?
Well, if there was anything really bad, I think they better come out of this, but we should go check it out. So
can we take a rest first, y'all? I'm a little spent here.
Well, let's
Your
just
wizard is a little spent.
let's just
Let's make
explore
sure.
around here, make sure it's safe, and then yes,
Yeah.
I think we should do that long rest.
All right. You guys have jammed yourself full of good berries just to survive. There's probably no need for dinner.
oh,
Were you guys looking for anything in particular, or are you just wandering about?
And-
sort of wandering.
no,
I'm-
I was looking for tracks because I'm a ranger.
And I'm looking for any signs of disturbances that like someone invisible or like a mage might be casting some kind of spell or anything.
Right,
I'm
at
looking
you.
for treasure because I like things that I can take for my own.
Because you are a gold whore.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Looking for hats.
You're looking for hats.
Yeah, I've always wanted a good hat to wear.
How much wine have you had? Okay, let's just have Rocky and Zankorin roll perception checks. Por favor.
Ah,
Got a 23.
I got a whopping
23.
6.
Whopping 6.
Six.
Zankorin is looking around. He's getting distracted by just how nice the evening is here. And, the sunset is still on the other side. But you know how on the other side, the eastern side of the sky, when the sun's setting, it gets this beautiful purple color. And you're just like, oh, purple. So you haven't noticed anything. But Rocky notices a little bit something right around this edge. It looks as though somebody at some point squeezed through here. You can actually see a little bit of a robe, a cloth from a robe or something that looks like it's the same color as the red mage, because it's a red piece of cloth that seems to have been ripped off. As you're scouring around the ground in this area, you see a couple of steps, and then they disappear. It's like the area was just sort of blown clean, and then no more steps. Like 2 steps out, and then nothing.
Okay. That's helpful.
Could be.
Does it look pretty secure? Do you think do my ranger senses feel like you can bed down and get some rest? Because they're all really tired.
I would, as safe as you're going to be in any abandoned ruins in the middle of the countryside that was previously inhabited by zombies, sure.
Okay. What do you guys want to do in terms of a guard? That we can all get some sleep. So we do it every 3 or 4 hours.
Well, I'd say we do 3 watches, and you guys take the first 2. And I'll, you can wake me up if you want for the 3rd or whatever. I don't know. It's fine with me if I sleep. had a bit of a day. I've almost been eaten by a giant snake. So,
And whose fault was that?
I would leave it up to fate.
Technically, I think you fed yourself to a giant snake.
I don't know. Could have gone the other way. Had my luck been better.
Alrighty. So you guys head in back inside the ruins. It is fairly well fortified. You guys said you were going to move back in this area where it's a little bit more sealed, right? Post a guard at the door.
That's where I'm gonna post my tent that I have.
All right. Your fancy tent.
Inside.
Well, it doesn't have a roof anymore. They are ruins,
okay.
so yeah, not a bad idea. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 shifts, right, in the night. So yeah, because of that, then what? Who's got the first shift?
I'm gonna sleep on the first shift.
Okay.
I'll take first.
I will take first too.
Great.
Okay.
I need a nap.
Okay. So let me have you. Who's on watch?
Rocky and Zankorin.
Rocky and Zankorin. Perfect. Okay, both of you guys again roll perception.
Better. I got a 17.
17. Very nice.
But I got a natural 20, which is a 24.
Nice. So as the sun goes down, you guys are looking around, not so much staying inside of this area in the back here because well, you don't have any view. So maybe wandering out front, checking the corners, kind of having to keep a little bit of an active guard because you're well fortified, but it also kind of blocks your vision a little bit. You guys aren't noticing much in the evening. It seems to be fairly quiet. No marauders going by, and the first shift passes uneventfully. Who's up next?
Wake up! We want to go to sleep.
Can I do a keeping watch / studying combo, or do I have to do one or the other?
You have to do one or the other.
Okay, I will take next watch.
Okay. Anyone else with her, or no? Just gonna make her do it on herself.
I'll watch with her.
All right. Go ahead and roll for perception.
Rolling for perception. 5.
Nice.
17.
Kondra finds herself thinking about some of the spells she wants to learn and some of the moves that she did, wondering how Thunderwave can be controlled to be even more awesome. You see, flying low but rather swiftly over the castle, you see, or the ruins, you see a small flock of sturges again, but they don't seem to be slowing down. Perhaps they already ate, and they have moved on their merry way. Nothing eventful happens. Third shift.
What time is it? It's time for third shift.
Wake up!
It's 3 a.m.
Oh, good. This is when this is my, the rooster crows for old Pele at 3 a.m. Oh, I'm up.
I'm so hungover. I'm ready to be on shift.
I'm ready to start drinking again.
Little hair of the dog, Pele?
Let's do it. Let's get up. Let's go. Let's do this watch.
All right, you guys roll some perception checks for me.
Alrighty then.
While they're doing that, I go back into that little tent and I start studying.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 for my perception check.
Nice.
And I have to sign back on because it's
I've got yours up here, so I'll just hit the button for you where you're logging in.
Perfect.
That's a 10.
Yeah, perception.
Yes.
We're just hanging out talking.
Yeah. Anything that you guys want to talk about? You know, it's not always rolling. You guys can push the story forward with any idle conversation you would like.
So, Pele, how was that butter in your trousers?
You asked me how the butter in my trousers was? Yeah.
Remember that one time I had to play your character because you were on a plane?
Oh, yeah.
And I had you steal butter and put it in your robe?
Oh, I recollect this story quite well, being that it was me who was playing at the time. You know, I like butter in my trousers. It really keeps the chafing down. Do you get chafing as a dragonborn?
No, I do not get chafing.
That's lucky.
Yeah. I get bad breath. It's halitosis.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, is
You're
it
dragonborn?
worse than regular breath? Is it like bad? Are you saying it's bad because you know I know it's bad? Or are you saying it's bad because you also think it's bad? Like,
I am saying it's bad because everyone knows it's bad. Why do you think they call it dragon breath?
well, I'm just saying, don't let other people define you. Like, you don't have to, you know.
Well, here, is my breath bad?
No, it's all good. It's fine.
What?
No, I'm not crying. You're crying.
Your hair got really curly.
Oh yeah, it does that. It's a half aquatic elf thing. Some say it's basically because of the sea anemones. You know, like when they feel like they're threatened, they sort of shrink back into their shells. It's a holdover. It's vestigial.
Wait, are you saying my breath was so bad it was threatening to you?
Oh no! Like I said, it harkens back to a bygone age.
And thankfully, as Pele struggles for words, the sun begins to rise.
Oh, oh wow! Time really flies. Who was on watch, by the way?
I don't think it was us.
No, I don't think so either. I think it was Rocky. That guy sleeps with one eye open.
Oh well, that's good because the sun's coming up. I gotta go pray. I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Well,
I shut a book really fast, walk past them, kind of like lightly tap Pele in the head, and I say, "You were on watch, doofus. Let's get to the well, please."
I thought I was on smell. Sorry.
All right. Morning has broken, like the first morning. And you guys wake up. It is overcast again. I actually just checked some of my, very detailed Dungeon Master notes, which obviously I have. And I determined that this is only our 9th day of in-game play, right? So, you started like 9 days ago as characters. So that's a little crazy. It is overcast. Again, the weather has not yet been lovely since you've been here, but it's the time of year in the spring. And it's lovely other than that. A little damp, morning dew all over the rocks and the red tent that you guys can see.
It's a lovely day to go back below ground.
We can take a long rest, yes?
You did take a long rest, so hit the buttons. If you are a spellcaster, you will want to spend a little bit of time, especially having been there yesterday, picking some appropriate spells that you think might be helpful as you guys do that.
In the morning, I would like to conjure up some more good berries and
Perfect.
distribute one to each of the members just in case they get in a sticky situation.
Corleone's like, oh, thanks. What was your name again?
My name is Rocky.
Rocky. Thanks, Rocky. These are really good. And he eats it. It's delicious. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Well, okay, you really shouldn't use them unless you're gonna be injured, but
Oh, well, I mean, I depends if you guys, decide you're gonna jump down the well again with no plan, then I am kind of planning on it.
For us to hit that well, eh?
I'm gonna go take a leak. I'll give me a minute. He disappears around the corner.
Is the rope still in place? Can I just?
And I just made the CEO of Legion M take a leak. Oh yeah. The fun is just beginning. Sorry about that.
It's almost as good as all of the wine being drunk at 9:30 in the morning.
Right.
So, before we go down, we know what's down there now.
Bunch of dead
Maybe we should
snakes.
come up with a sort of plan, because we're rested, which means the snakes are probably rested.
Not the
And
dead
they
ones.
can come back. Yes, not the dead ones, but the ones that ran away could come back, and we might have to face them again.
Oh.
So, Monk,
Throw in Pele.
Oh no, maybe throw in some torches. You know, like Indiana Jones, the snakes, they don't like fire.
Well, there's like a bunch of water down there. What if it doesn't end up on one of the islands?
Well, we can put them on the island.
I suppose that's
Uh-oh.
a good idea. I mean, I would think that hopefully, I mean, we can literally do exactly what we did. It's just maybe this time we all kind of go together so I don't get stranded down there by myself. Like we could all
Well,
just,
I'm going.
let's just go back
I'm getting my ass down there right now.
Like it's gonna take a while for us to go back down one at a time. I mean,
You want us all to like, hold hands and jump in together like a big pool?
We might die if we do that. But-
doesn't make any
I
sense.
like-
Not.
I like
Doing
the
that.
intent, but
We'll need a lot of alcohol to make that work for me.
why don't you start drinking then? I go and grab the rope that I put the stake in,
Right?
and I kind of throw it back down.
cool. Well, I'm
Double
gonna
check
jump
the
down
stakes,
there
Ron.
then. Let's go find some more snakes.
I'll go right behind him.
I'll leap over the
And
edge.
I go in too.
So the three of us are now attached to this very thinly attached rope, or
Hey, sorry I missed everything. I had this shits real bad. But hey, where is you guys didn't just jump in again, did you?
No, I'm still here. I haven't gone down.
Yeah. All right.
Want
Well,
a drink?
look, last time I had to come down because I had to, let's be honest, bail you guys out, and I'm just gonna stay up here guarding the rope and making sure no one comes. If you need me, just yell or bleed where I can see you, whatever works.
Why can't we just yank on the rope?
Well, I'm not gonna, if I'm keeping a lookout, I can't stay by the well the whole time, but you can. But would it hurt you to yell?
No, we can help.
Okay. All right. Good.
Dave, is the rope that Zankoran using the same one as the sort of the magically?
It's somehow magical, but you don't know what rope? Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it is the same rope. Okay, because that was
Yes.
my rope. But
swole.
That is your rope. Yes, but he had tied it around a stake yesterday. He had taken a stake from the tent, which is now leaning awkwardly to the side, and staked it into the ground and tied the rope around that to help. It's not the best, being the most secure, but I would imagine that you had taken a few minutes to figure out how to get that into the ground a little bit better. So, all right. So people going down the well. Who's going down?
I'm going down the well.
All right, you've
Sam
got a
Corleone
rope
next.
now. So now I know. Let's the first 20 feet of that are rope only, and then you have a ladder. So what's your movement?
I've got
30.
30 feet of movement.
Okay, so you've got 15 feet on a turn of climbing because you're half. Go ahead and roll at advantage.
Okie dokie. For what? For acrobatics or?
Acrobatics or athletics, whatever you want to do to get yourself down the rope.
Definitely acrobatics. Okay, I scored a nice 21.
21. It's not a problem going down. Like I said before, the well is dry. The walls of the well, because it really hasn't been used for the intended purpose of bringing up water and such. Although possibly, and you make it down 15 feet. You're 5 feet away from the top of the broken ladder that is inside the bottom half of the well proper before it gets to the cavern below. Use a dash. Hang out here. What's your plan?
Oh yeah, I'll dash down if I can do that.
All right. Go ahead and roll for that next bit then.
Do I get to
You
stay
got
at
5
advantage?
feet of roll. Stay at
Sorry.
advantage.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Got
You
it.
do.
Sorry, you broke up for a second there.
We should
Okay.
double check, by the way, on Twitch. We should make sure that his voice is coming out, if anyone can do that, because we had problems before. We had a technical guy. His name was Dan, but he quit, and then he came back, and then we fired him because Tatiana was mean to him.
Should be able to hear me. I can see my levels, so
Okay, good.
theoretically should be all good. But
Theoretically, we're listening to you. Okay, so you make it down to the ladder, and then you can easily make it to the bottom of the ladder, which is the top part of the cavern below.
nice.
Do you want to scout around and see what you can see?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do that. Let me find the screen that allows us to change our view.
See how many of these snakes decided to come back for more.
Right. See if I can do this correctly for you guys. There we go.
Snakes.
Okay. So this area on the screen is where you drop down, and as you look around the screen, you don't really see a lot in there. It looks fairly empty.
Nice. Feeling
I'll be
good
honest, I
about
don't know
this.
why it looks empty, but it does.
I mean, we killed all the snakes. They're probably dead and gone, washed away in the
It's-
underground cavernous, river.
It's possible. We do know that there's some sort of exit that they went out. Who else was going down?
I
I'll go.
am next.
Next, Zancorn's next. All right, go ahead and roll. At advantage.
All right. Advantage. That'd be a 24.
24. No problem, but your movement being so tiny is only 10 feet on yours, so you've only made it about half the distance down. You still have another 10 feet to get to the top of the ladder.
I will dash.
All right, go ahead and roll again.
And that is a 15.
15. You continue your climb down. It's easy as can be. No problems. Make it to the top of the ladder. You can look up. You see Kondra staring down. Looking, I'm assuming, vaguely annoyed that you're taking so long.
Super annoyed. Can you just go, please? We got things to do.
I take my time.
Kondra, you are up
Literally
next.
the worst. Literally the worst. Me?
Yes, go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Athletics or acrobatics? Okay. I'm
Whatever,
so
I
sorry.
figure there are two ways to get down a well, so that's what I'm going with.
Alright.
Is that a saying?
I think so.
Yep.
I think it's also a country song.
9.
9. Alrighty. You are going down the rope on the well, step after step, and you slip. Suddenly, the rope starts sliding between your hands at high speed, and you're unable to grab onto it anymore. You've got one last chance as the ladder comes up to you. You try to grab onto the ladder. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Yes.
Is she
athletics.
passing me?
Oh no, she's gonna run into you. Well, you're at the top. You're at the top of the ladder.
Yeah.
So you see her barreling down at you. Not a free fall, but like rope burn. You know, she's on the rope, but she's just really fast. So there's going to be two things that need to happen. Zancorn is going to need to roll acrobatics to see if he can get out of the way and not be hit. And then Kondra is going to have to roll either athletics or acrobatics to see if she can grab the ladder.
Okay, here we
So,
go.
Let's.
And I guess depending on that roll, can I use my reaction to try to grab her?
Yeah.
All right. Am I doing this at advantage or at standard?
You are at standard.
Okay.
Yeah. You're trying to get out of her way.
I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 13.
Okay. You are able. Zancorn is able to, pivot himself out of the way enough as Kondra comes sliding down and bangs herself a little bit on the ladder at high speed. She bangs through like the first 3 or 4 rungs as she's doing that and picks up 2 damage on the way of just beating herself up on it, but is able to grab on in time before she plummets to the floor, which would have been a lot more damage if she hit that.
Well, that's upsetting.
Wells are dangerous. And this wouldn't have happened if someone didn't point out that I should keep the difficulty high and roll at advantage. Everyone could have been safe, so I'm glad. All right.
Hey, Kondra, try a good berry. Maybe you'll feel better.
gave my good berry to somebody else. I think I might have given it to Rocky.
No, I gave everybody a new one this morning.
Ah, cool.
I already ate mine.
I'm not gonna take it yet.
It tastes like a boysenberry. I don't know if any of you guys have had one of those. They're native to where I'm from. Wait, no one? All right, never mind. What's next? What are you guys doing? I got 3 more people.
I'll go.
I am gonna need to finish this before I go down. Back down. There. Back down.
It's Tatiana.
To Tatiana, I'll go next.
Cheers.
If you had been listening to the show, you would know that Tatiana has a very large disdain for enclosed spaces, and needs to get good and liquored up before she enters, which puts her in a state of being poisoned because of the alcohol, because she's a heavy drinker. Never mind. Go ahead. Who else? Rocky, the monk.
Yeah, Rocky.
All right. What are you doing?
I'm climbing down the rope and getting to the windows.
Go ahead and roll. Are you gonna dash? If you're gonna dash, roll. Well, let's roll one then the other. See what happens.
First roll is a 19.
19. You're like, this is how it's done, guys.
Smooth.
15 feet down, that gets you 5 feet away from it. 5 feet away from the top of the ladder, you see Kondra just clutching on. She's dripping a little bit of blood, but nothing too major. You could tell she kind of twisted her arm a little bit. Rest of your move?
I can do a dash, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, throw it, roll again.
Yep. At advantage.
Oh, at advantage.
Yeah.
Well, my first roll is a 14, and the second roll is a natural 20.
Ah, there you go. No problem at all scaling down like the ranger that you are to the top of the ladder. And then you're able to climb down even further to where Pele is below if you want to.
Yeah, I can just drop. I'm pretty tall, right?
Well, right now you're at the top of the ladder. You're 20 feet up, so you'd need to finish your movement, but then you can drop to the bottom or you can wait so you guys can kind of drop together. Your choice. You can get near
I'll
Pele
get
at
near
the bottom.
Pele and just get
All right.
ready to
So
climb.
right now we've got Pele and Rocky at the bottom of the well, which is the top of this cavern that we see on the screen, which is right above this area here. And Pele is able to look around and see quite a bit because he has night vision. But Rocky is not, so he's not able to see as much. But they don't really see much of anything right now. And the other two, Kondra is up top, probably more frustrated at herself, right, for slipping than I could just see you. Leave me alone. I know I'm fine.
Fine, like, just don't worry about me. Let's just go.
All right, Monk, doing anything?
I'm just gonna. Looks like there's a lot of congestion down there. I'm gonna
Okay. Hold off a bit.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
center myself.
Okay.
Monk, we could use you.
Tatiana's polishing off some of her drink, and then let's just take up where you guys are. What do you want to do? We don't necessarily. I just wanted you guys to take some turns here because you had to navigate through this well, and you could get injured on the fall down. But now, you guys can just drop down and let's just talk through it.
I immediately look for any snakes.
All right. It's dark, and you can't see.
I cast light on a rock and kind of shine it around.
All right. You're looking around. Your vision doesn't quite extend all the way to the end, but as far as you can see, there are no snakes in sight. What anyone with dark vision can see is the snake that was killed has kind of floated to the top and is curled up against this edge of the rocks, being feasted on by rats and other vermins that have found a delicious meal that they can take advantage of. The water which was full of everyone's blood a while ago, is long since rinsed clean. And you can see the full 4 foot 1 3/4 inches to the bottom, as we determined it was last time.
Well, I would like to just sort of walk towards the southeast over there to that little hallway where we're curiously...
Over here?
Yeah, that place right there. We're looking at
All
that.
right.
I'm going to go check that out.
Let me get you guys on the board here. All right.
Hey, Corin, you ever eat rat before for dinner?
I have not, and I don't think I would ever want to.
Missing out, buddy. Some good eating right there, right, Pele?
Oh yeah. I literally survived on rats for like 5 years. I'm a street urchin. It's like a sea urchin, but, you know, on the land. We eat rats.
We might have more in common than we thought, Pele.
You and me?
Maybe.
Do we both,
Maybe not.
Do we both have a disdain for high elves? Or, because, I mean...
I can't stand character like that!
Maybe, I don't know. See, it would be weird for you and I to be friends, but you might prove yourself to me.
Still the worst. Still the worst.
All right, so Pele is moving. You're moving yourself back down to this area here, right?
Indeed, and I can swim as fast as I walk, so I'm
Perfectly
booking
fine.
him.
All right.
I'm
Basically.
gonna light a torch.
Let me grab you guys over there. You've got a torch lit now and a shiny rock. Are you leaving the shiny rock where it is, or are you you guys all following him over to this corner? Over here?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, with my light.
All right.
My rock light.
Once my
The
torch.
rope is clear. The monk would like to go down and join them.
All right, go ahead and roll an acrobatics check to get down that well. 12. You scale down deftly. With your movement, you make it all the way to the floor and land without any problem because you're so awesome. Tatiana, you coming down as well?
I'm totally coming down.
All right, straight rolls for you because you're drunk.
I'm just going that way. And am I athletic or acrobatic?
You know, whatever you want to do.
I'm so athletic.
All right,
So
athletic away.
athletic.
22.
Yeah.
Drunk off of her dragonborn scales, you make your way down. And you're 15 feet of the way down. You're not quite to the top of the ladder, so you can dash and make it to the bottom of the ladder, but one more athletics check.
I'm dashing
Okay.
through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what do we have here?
13.
Of the day.
All the way.
Drunk and singing, Tatiana makes it to the bottom and drops herself off. Easy for her to do. So you guys are all down below. And you have got this opening over here. You guys all want to head to that together?
I love open.
Yes.
All right, let's get you guys
Guys,
over
gotta
here
be careful.
so you can sort of see what's going on, and we can let the fine folks, all the Wondaconians, see what's happening as well. All right. So you guys have made it down to this cave here. You can tell that there is, let me make this bigger so you guys can see it. There we go. A little bigger. Good enough. You guys can see up in this area a little dead end, and then there's a passageway that goes down over here that you can't quite see around the corner. That's why I have it black. And you're not sure what's there. Do you guys want to check out and see if you can find anything?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me get 2 people to make an investigation check, or 1 person with advantage. You guys figure it out.
I'm pretty good at investigating.
That's a good idea.
As am I. So, Rocky,
I will
wanna
let you guys do that.
All right. You guys going to roll separate or at advantage? Doesn't matter.
Rocky, how good are you?
I'm pretty good. Not super good, but better than just good.
Let's both roll normal.
Okay?
Yeah, 18.
Nice.
You did much better than me. I got a 6.
In the corner.
Oh
You
my,
see
look.
a kitty.
It's a floof.
She was sleeping under the
Oh, is that
bed
a
here.
wolf?
I heard snorting noises, and then I realized it's my own little fuzzy dragon. She's so cute. Sorry.
Cats nearby.
It's always safe. It's always what I'm doing. Okay, so you're Rocky did great. Rocky's not able to really notice much of anything, but you do notice that in the middle, this area here looks like it used to be used as some sort of campfire, where you can see some burnt stones and where the charcoal has turned them black with soot and some burnt pieces of wood that are there, but nothing recent as far as you can tell. Over in the corner, you see a couple of bags back up in this little area up here. And as you search through those bags, you can see that it is has some coins in there. Somebody write this down. Kondra, write this down, and then you can divide it up however you want to. But you find it's a great chance to have a boogie board made by the Boogie Board Corporation, so you can write notes.
Notepad and pen. Here we go.
Or old-fashioned pen and paper. Now, you Wonderconian kids, paper is like a phone, but it didn't do as much. You could still take notes on it and hold it up to your ear, but it didn't do a lot. And you could pass notes to your friends, so it was a little bit like, Instagram or something.
So much more fun, though.
Right. Okay, so you find 35 silver, 60 gold pieces, 5 platinum pieces.
Wow.
And a pearl.
Okay, I got it.
1 pearl. It's a nice
Got
pearl.
it.
It's a really
Did I
nice.
find this?
Oh,
You found the bag, yes.
she found it.
Cool.
Whether you want to divulge what you found, it's totally up to you.
Hey, what's in that bag?
There is something in here. It has my name on it. No, I'm kidding. Actually, there's actually money in here, but now's not the time. We got to go, find out what's going with this cave. So I'm gonna just put this bag into my bag, and then we can talk there. All right.
If you
All
do
right.
that, just know I'm not paying for anything of yours ever again, because I don't trust
I'm
you.
not gonna not give it to you, bro. Did I say I was gonna keep it for myself? I told you there was money. I'm just saying now's not the time. Let's focus.
You all heard it.
I harumph.
So far, Zancorin is never going to cast a sleep spell again or pay for anything. He is slowly exiting the game. No.
Speak to any of you ever again either.
or speak to you. Okay, so my fine friends, there is this other tunnel that's there.
Oh, there is.
What do you guys want to do?
Where is the other tunnel?
Oh, it's right here. You see this area?
Oh, that's what I thought.
I
we
would
were
like
going.
to go.
No, you guys were up in this top one. This is where you found stuff.
Oh, okay. I don't see where you're pointing for that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Here, let me. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen for you. This is very hard to manage this. You
Gotcha.
guys were up here. This is where you found the bag.
Well, I would like to sneak around the second tunnel there, because who knows what other things we might find as we go around. Just
Careful. Don't separate yourself.
well, that's
You
the
did that
thing. I
last
know
time.
there's probably more snakes around here, because
Yeah,
we left a few.
Yeah, last time you went on your own, that didn't work out very well. Why didn't you wait for us?
I'm
Well,
gonna go-
I was just gonna sneak though.
I'm gonna sneak
You
behind
can
him.
sneak
I'm-
too.
I'm
going.
very super sneaky.
Oh,
Yeah, we're the
nothing-
Stealthy Six.
Okay, so this is
Stealthy
very
Six.
much at this point like a Scooby-Doo lineup of you guys sneaking down this area. Is this sort of the right order that we've got here? Zancorin and Rocky near the back end.
Yeah.
Is this where you guys are? All right.
I'm also just
Yeah.
going to point out that having a light rock with me, I don't know how well it will do for sneaking in a dark cave.
Well, maybe you should stay behind then, Sankor.
Well, both Zancorin and Rocky have a source of light, either a glowy rock in the case of Zancorin or a torch in the case of Rocky.
All right.
The
well,
ceilings here have gotten a little bit lower too as we get near the edges of it. We were like 8 to 10 feet in the middle, and we're at about 6 feet in here. So
Oh,
the taller
bending
folks,
down.
the taller folks are stooping. Meanwhile, Zancorin is like, so much space,
Well,
so roomy.
how about before we all run around a corner with a marching band and light show, you let me just like peek my head around and use my dark vision to determine whether or not there's something we don't want to surprise around the corner.
Okay. Perfect.
So should I stealth check myself, or should I just go?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Stealth check is a 22.
22.
So stealthy.
As sneaky can be. So tell me where you want to walk here. You want to...
So I'm gonna hug the inner line. Yeah, around.
Right around here?
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, so let me get you moving here. So
I want to stay right behind him.
Okay, you start moving here. I've got you here.
As he goes, I'm sort of like whispering because I know he can't see anything beyond like the back of my head. So I'm just like, okay. So there's like a whole forest of candy canes.
I'm whacking him on the head with my stick, like gently, like not enough to hurt him or cause damage, but.
Okay. Pele, as you are being as sneaky and quiet as possible, you place your foot down on what seems to be a rock, and you feel it give underneath. 4 darts come flying out of the wall.
Oh, crap.
Let's see if they hit.
What do I need to do? Acrobatics?
Nope, I just need to roll 4 of these and see where we're at.
Okay, then.
They roll straight up. I have got a 4 and 8, a 16 and a 17. What's your armor class?
I'm a 14 armor class.
14. 2 of the darts sink into you. One of them jams into your leg, the other one into your upper arm.
Oh, my favorite arm. Oh.
Only 3 damage. You did pretty well.
It's not a big deal. And then
I need you to
turn around
make...
to the monk and I say, so you're gonna go first, but I'm gonna be right behind you now.
And as you're saying that, you say, you're going to go first, but I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Well, Constitution saving throw. Roll.
Feeling reminds you of that one pub when you were smoking things that you shouldn't have way back when you were a street urchin.
Oh yeah, it's a weird smoking pub. Usually they're all drinking pubs, but that one was a smoking pub.
You take 2 poison damage.
Okay.
And you are considered poisoned for actually you're not considered poison for any time. You just took poison damage.
Okay then.
But on the plus side,
shake it off in a pack.
You discovered a trap.
I metabolize the poison quickly, and now I'm back to normal. And I whisper back at the monk and I say, "There's a bunch of booby traps in this tunnel."
He
also,
said,
could you reach down and pull the dart out of my leg, please?
All right, let me.
I said no. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I don't want to go down this. I don't want to go any further down.
Can I go in front of Pele? Not in front of, but like kind of right behind Pele.
No, you
Yeah.
can go in front of me. It's okay.
And then can I don't know what else might be right directly in front of you, so I'll stay kind of just behind. Can I cast something to see if it triggers any of the traps?
Sure, you can
Okay.
try something. What do you want to try?
I would like to try casting, I don't know, let's go with Firebolt.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot it down the thing to see if it triggers any of the traps.
So much for being stealthy.
I mean, at this point...
All right. Go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
How?
Well, you don't really know. You're not really targeting anything. Oh, wait. But no, it's Firebolt. Yo, you got to roll for Firebolt.
Oh, I do. I mean, I'm not really trying to hit anything, but it's an 8.
Right. Well, I mean, you got to do something with it. Okay, so the
Sure.
bright mote of burning fire lights up the hallway, only for a moment as it sinks into the back wall. But then it kind of serves as a torch up against the back wall, which I'm going to say ends right in this area where conveniently the map ends. And as it's glowing there just for a second or two before it fizzles out, you see below it what looks like a metal chest.
Yes.
But that is what you see. You don't see anything else in it. It does look like it ends there, that this is the terminus of said tunnel that you guys are in.
Kondra, you should go
And it did
get
not trigger anything else. Any other traps?
Nothing else triggered, no.
Am I hearing this? Like I'm seeing it kind of?
I'm guessing there's enough commotion about it that, Pele has already said, could you please remove the darts from my shoulder? So yeah, you guys all have an idea of what's going on. I can drag you guys closer if you want to see that on the screen.
I walk over and I'm like, how about we just look for traps while we're going down? And I just start walking and looking for traps.
All right,
All
so
right.
you're gonna walk to the lead here?
Sure.
Yeah,
All right.
You should go
Go
first.
for it, halfling.
All right, so I have
It's too
moved
small
you.
to trigger any traps.
I have moved you to the front, and go ahead and make an investigation check.
Should not be doing this. That is a 7.
A 7.
Oh boy.
You're looking around and you're thinking, I don't see anything. Hey, this rock is squishy. 4 more darts come flying out. Let's see what damage
we
those
see-
do. Okay, you just count how many times it hit you. 9, 11, 17, and 16.
17 and 16 hit.
All right.
Do we see what angle they came from?
They came from the side walls. This batch
walls.
half came from the right wall, half came from the left. 6 damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. The poison just must have been here too long because it doesn't seem to be taking too much of an effect. So, no damage, nothing to you as far as that's concerned. But on the plus side, you found another trap.
Okay.
That's great.
I have a
I
feeling.
clearly cannot find traps as good as other people, so whoever is better at finding things, I would
Maybe.
suggest you look for traps
About
and
Rocky.
lead the way.
We
Rocky.
should get Rocky up here. Hey, Rocky, we need you to be a dart magnet for us.
Why would I want to do that?
Because, it's the ranger thing. You got that
Kind of your
whole-
thing, bro.
It's your thing. The bravado, the whole...
I don't look for traps. Rogues look for traps.
I do?
Yeah.
sure?
Rogues have that skill. Not
I
me.
suppose I could look for traps if that's a skill that I have, though.
I mean, in fairness, you already found the first
I
one.
say, so
Found
far
it
I'm
very
1 for
well.
1 over here.
Keep looking.
I could do another investigation roll, I suppose, if I'm allowed to, though it sounds as though... you can't-
Wait, I have an idea. I have an idea.
I can look for traps.
Here we go.
Oh,
No,
I
Tatiana, you need to sit down.
Yeah, I think, wait.
I will eventually. After I look
so
for a
sweet.
trap.
All right, so she stubbornly and drunkenly plows through you people, because I'm assuming that is exactly what she's up to.
Can't be stopped.
So you will be rolling at disadvantage because of being drunk, but rolling at advantage, right? Because of your
My skills.
skills.
I got
There's a word or. Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, cool. Actually, go ahead. You still your perception and investigation checks made to detect the presence of secret doors, and it's saving throws to avoid or resist traps. So go ahead and you have resistance to damage dealt by traps, which this would be a trap, but you're still rolling at disadvantage. So go ahead and roll an investigation at disadvantage.
Investigation in disadvantage. I'm now rolling. And I got a 2.
A 2. As you're stomping through, you smash right down on the next trap that's there. You don't even feel it sink into you as 4 darts come flying out of the wall at you as well. I have got a 5, 3, 19, and 15. What's your armor class?
My armor class is 16.
16. Only 1 hit, so that's pretty good. You have resistance to damage caused by it as well. No damage. And then go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, which you don't have to do at disadvantage because you have advantage on your feet because of this and disadvantage because you're drunk, so it's just a straight roll for
roll.
Constitution.
Rolling straight, and I got a 7.
A 7. It only does 1 damage. The point. So hey, you didn't really find it or anything, but you're pretty tough. You got 1 damage out of it, and
all right, enough of this. Everyone just hang on. I'm going to go out and back into the cave. I'm going to shoo away all the rats that are feasting on that dead snake carcass. And I'm going to grab it. Walk back over.
It's like a 30-foot long snake.
Okay, can someone come help me carry this thing? I mean, I don't know how heavy it is, but...
Sounds like fun.
Cool.
All right. So
all right,
you guys
so let's come grab the
wade
snake.
across and grab onto the end of this snake. The rats are not evil or demon possessed. They're just rats.
Great.
And
wonderful.
Go ahead and roll a strength check. You guys can. There's 2 of you, but one of you is drunk. Go ahead and just do a straight roll to see if you do.
Okay.
Just one of you do a straight roll.
3.
A 3. You're trying to grab it, but it just keeps slipping off in your hand. It's already started to get kind of mucusy on the outside, and with the water and all, you just can't get a good grip on the thing.
Close.
Okay, can someone else come get this? The whole point is we're going to throw it,
What?
and it's going to release all the traps.
Why do we want to go there? Do I just see the chest? Is it a wall after the chest, or
you guys have about let's see how much you've got. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to the end of the wall.
Either we throw the snake or I might throw the halfling.
Oh wait, what if we throw Zankorin?
Claws. Did I see if I can lift this reptile with my big hands?
It's I would imagine a 20-foot tall constrictor that could swallow at least a 20-foot long constrictor that can swallow you guys whole is going to be darn near 1,000 pounds. You can try to move it.
Rocky, I feel you should be pretty strong. Can you come
No way. I unstring my bow, and I use my bow like a staff and just try to trigger these dots.
Can't we throw some rats? Rat throwing is really fun, and they're doing it in the city every summer.
I second the rat throwing idea.
Yes.
If Dave, if we're actively searching for traps, it's a perception roll. Is that correct?
Investigation.
No, I believe it's perception.
It's perception if you're just trying to become aware of them, like the first time. If you were walking through and you were saying, I'm just keeping my eye out for traps, that's perception. But once you know what the trap is, it becomes an investigation because you're looking for these a certain type of trap, a certain type of anything. When you're being specific, it's investigation. Perception is more keeping an eye out.
What has triggered these traps? I mean, is it
wait? You guys have stepped on something.
So then I will unstring my bow.
Okay.
And do it in such a way that I'm triggering something ahead of me.
Okay. Let's. Wow, what should we roll for that? Um,
No, but it's not as
Just
fun
give
as
me
Raptor.
just an
It's not.
investigation with advantage.
yeah, investigation is fine. Yeah, I'll let you do it with advantage because you're doing
Tatiana,
something
also
smart.
throw rats with you at the same time. Can't do nothing wrong here. Might as well just
All right,
throw
so-
rats and
I'm
Wait,
rolling
hold
it.
on. For you two, you guys try to catch some rats. Let's do an animal handling check. Roll it twice for each of you, and if you get it, you'll get rats. You get bit.
roll it.
Kondra gets bit by a rat for the first one.
Oh, 19.
Tatiana
God, 'cause I was
reaches
gonna
down
say-
and is able to drunkenly grab a single rat.
I think Kondra just rolled a natural 1. Am I right?
I did.
Kondra reaches for a
This is not my
second
day.
rat. Reaches for a second rat and gets bitten. 2 damage.
To me?
Yeah.
You've been
I'm
bitten
trying to
twice.
help.
You've been bitten twice by rats.
Leave him alone.
Jesus.
What happens? Tatiana, go ahead and try to
This is
grab
why
another
you should
one.
never have a high
I-
health go and chase rats.
I turn around and I give myself, while they're doing this, I'm giving myself a short rest because I don't care about what's in that chest anymore, if that's all that's there. Because I'm ready to go, and I'm pulling a Kondra and saying, guys, who gives a shit what's over at this chest? Let's just go.
So,
I'm curious.
Kondra comes stumbling back now with a rat. Kondra comes back nursing her pride.
We're good here. We're good.
Rocky, go ahead and roll your investigation check, Rocky.
I rolled an advantage 15.
15. Okay, so you are making your way down the corridor. You aren't finding anything else as you make it to the end of the corridor and find yourself standing above this this chest that is locked.
Can I try to find a trap on the? Sometimes they put little traps inside.
They sometimes do. You want to do an investigation check?
Yes,
Go ahead and roll.
I rolled a 20.
It does not appear trapped.
Could
There
it
were
be
stones.
cursed?
Is there a stone or anything around it that I can pick up and just smash?
Sure, there's some stones there. Yeah,
Is
go
there
ahead.
any way to, like, I don't know, can you tell if there's an evil on it or something? 'Cause
I'm not waiting.
sometimes-
I'm not waiting to find out if there's an evil on it. I'm just smashing.
All right.
Okay,
You
man, you're about to
sm-
let the Babadook out, but okay.
You smack it with a rock. Go ahead and roll a strength check.
I'm gonna step away a little bit.
17.
17. The lock comes cracking off. It is still closed.
I know. So I'm going to try to detect traps, get my head out of the way when I open it. That kind of. In fact, I'm going to use my longbow, my unstrung longbow,
Okay.
try to open it up from a distance.
All right. Do a dexterity check to see if you can flip open the lid from a distance. Because that'll put you, with your reach, that'll put
Rolled an
you.
18.
18. All right. You push back the lid, and the lid is pushed back. Does not appear it is trapped.
Ouch.
Inside, you look, and there are 2 potions inside. They kind of look like brown sludge as you hold your torch up to them to get a good look. And you see that they're separated in, there's 2 of them, they're identical. They're separated into layers. There's a brown layer, and then a silver layer, and then a gray layer.
Cool. I show everybody, hey, look. And then I knock around inside the chest to see if there's anything else in there. False,
Nothing else.
No false
But
bottom.
as you're doing that, you notice that no matter how much you jostle those little bottles of potion, it doesn't ever mix up the layers. They always stay separate.
It's-
Brown, silver, gray. Even if you turn it upside down, the brown's always on the bottom, the gray's always on the top.
I said, this is weird and gross. I
Yeah.
showed this to everybody else. But there's no other place to go down there?
No, you have found everything that appears to be in this section of the cave.
Oh, good. And I avoided being hit by anything. I
Right.
reloading my bow.
Told you that was probably the best thing for you to do.
And let's go up the other direction. What about the area where there was that sludge and those big snakes?
All right.
Is that enough
over-
time for a short rest, by the way?
No.
Damn.
You don't really need one. You took a long rest last night.
I know, but I'm already half dead.
Well, do you need me
Oh,
to-
yeah. I'm sorry, what?
How you doing, Zankoin?
I could be better, but we can keep going.
No, it's all right. If you want, I can try to heal you now.
If you've got something, that would be
Yeah.
helpful.
I cast a spell on him. Cure wounds.
Nice.
8 points.
All right, I'm good.
How much damage did you take before? It was like 6 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
All added up.
Yeah.
All right. So, my fine friends, you guys are down here at the bottom. You've investigated this. From before, you guys know that this was an area up north. And this was the river coming in where Kondra passed over, but nobody ventured up this or this. In this one, last time there were 2 snakes back here, and there was some sort of ooze on the ground that you noticed.
But it's not there. But it's not there now.
Well, you have to make it over there to find out. You guys are here right now, down at the bottom. Where do you guys want to go? What's your next spot?
I want to go there.
All right.
Well, I'd like to go where the
I
snakes were.
I'd like to go upriver.
Fi, are you a trout or something?
I do swim pretty well.
Looking for your mate?
You never know who you're gonna meet down here in the well.
All right. So you guys are. Let me get you on the screen over there so we can see you. So which way are you going?
I'm gonna go right.
You guys gonna go right first?
Well, I mean, we could go. I mean, do we all have to go the same way? I suppose.
No, you can split up.
I would recommend going the same way.
I know we're not. I don't want to touch the ooze.
There's no ooze there.
We don't. I mean, are we there yet? Do we know if it's still there? It was there yesterday.
I don't think we're gonna find any ooze. Let's go check it out.
Okay, fine. We'll go see the ooze.
Oh,
So
no.
which way are you going?
We'll go left to see
the
All right.
the ooze.
Who's first? Give me a marching order.
Maybe we can see the world's biggest ball of
I'll
yarn
go.
at the same time.
That sounds like fun. Count me in.
Well, I have my torch. I'm ready to throw it on any ooze I see.
All right. So Kondra's first. Who's next?
Me.
All right. Great. Who's after that?
Me.
Me again.
You can't be twice. Okay. Tatiana, and then who? Rampuri.
I'm last. Don't
Pele's
want
last.
ooze. Had enough
Perfect.
ooze.
All right. Okay, so you guys are beginning to sneak into this part of the cave. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh God, I was first.
David,
Yep.
Is your
I'm
map
ready.
frozen?
This.
Huh?
It looks like your map might be frozen. I don't know if.
I think you need to refresh the.
There.
trick-
How's that? Better?
There you go.
Yeah. That's better.
Sorry about that.
Now we can see your cursor and everything.
Oh, can you see the cursor here?
I could before. Yeah. when
Here you
Here it
can.
is.
Yeah, there.
And there you do it. Okay.
Yeah, it's nice so that we, it helps. Okay. Initiative.
All right, so you guys are here. Tell me, everyone's rolled?
Everyone has a roll, or I've rolled.
Yeah.
All right. Well, something odd happened there, so let's just go back and auto-roll these dudes. Okay, Zankorin.
That would be a 6.
Nice. Rocky.
Well,
Rampuri.
Yay. 20.
Was that a word? Pele.
12.
12. Tatiana.
14.
14 or 13?
14.
14. Kondra.
4.
5.
5. Excellent. As you guys are sneaking up to the front, all of the sudden, from the ceiling, you see this gray glob of it's like the children's putty form into what's best described as like a pseudopod, sort of an arm, and swing forward, aiming at Kondra in the front.
How quickly can I do something?
This is a surprise round, so not at all.
Cool.
It is a 14. What's your armor class?
My armor class is a 13.
13. It is a hit.
What happened?
Well, I will tell you.
What did I win?
What you won behind the door is...
Hashtag your last breath.
Well, that really sucked. It's this pseudopod swings down and smacks you in the face, leaving just a glop of burning acid on you. It does 6 damage.
No.
And then
No.
it does an additional 4 acid damage as the acid is burning your face, and you drop down into the water, just trying to, neutralize it as much as possible as you drop out of the way.
I'm unconscious.
And you are unconscious on the ground. Excellent. You have dropped into the water. Lovely.
Cool.
There is the last time when Pele went down, he went down on shore. You went down in the water, so there is a drowning hazard that she has.
I dive into the water after her.
It's not your turn yet, but yeah, you'd want to get her above water so she doesn't drown, because drowning is much faster, especially when, I know there's rules on it, but let's just say it really speeds up the whole death process.
Cool.
Rampuri, you, I believe, are the only one that is not surprised. You have an action this turn.
Is it something like, is it a slime arm?
Think of it like kids' slime that they make with, Clorox and whatever, borax and vinegar or whatever they make it with. It's just this goopy, and it looked just like rock, and it just smack and came down.
Does it look like the ooze, or is it different? Is it like?
Well, I can show you a picture of what it looks like. This is what it looks like after you've been hit. It looks like this. So you can see that's a picture of Rudy Giuliani for those on a podcast when his makeup was coming down the side of his. There is this gray ooze that came down, and you can see the sense of surprise that he had when he was hit. So it's pretty scary. This is real. The shit just got real.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right. I'd like to leap forward, and I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm going to hit it with the stick.
All right.
With ooze.
You're not gonna save me? You're not gonna save me first? Cool.
No. We'll save you later.
Okay.
Save you later.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
I think we got to figure out what we're up against here. So
Okay, so your movement takes you 5, 10. You leap in front of Kondra. Now you can see where this sucker is. Let me bring him into view. There. Can you guys see him now? Yeah. I really wanted to take the time to get Rudy Giuliani's face and put it there, but it was just too much work. So for now, even though you're seeing this ooze on the screen, just imagine that. Okay, so just that's what it is here, and that's what it looks like. Okay.
And it's attached to the ceiling, correct?
It is attached, dangling from the ceiling at this point. Yes.
Like a ooze stalactite.
Like a ooze stalactite. It was pressed up against it fairly flat, which is why you guys didn't see it. But you can still hit it. It's a 10-foot ceiling. And now it's blopped down a little bit, so you can see it. You can go ahead and roll an attack roll.
All right, I'm going to do it. 24.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 5. Your stick sinks into it. And you can tell that you don't really know how to kill it, but you just sort of like maybe disperse it a bit, try to rip part of it off, and little chunks of ooze just sort of fly out and land on the wall. They don't seem to like be rejoining or anything. It just seems like you just sort of scraped part of its innards out, and it's now thrown away, like you're battling a jellyfish almost, right? Anything else? Bonus action.
I don't want to touch it. I'm just going to. I'd like to move out of the way. I'd like to step back a couple steps. And
Okay. You have got the.
martial arts.
Yeah, you've got a feat that will help you with that, right?
Yeah. So if I hit something, if I attack something, then it does not provoke an opportunity attack if I move out of the way.
Right. Okay. Cool. So where are you going?
Why don't we go down to say right about here?
Perfect. Unfortunately, I'm on a different screen, so let's see if I get this right.
L to the left. Down 2 and over 1 to the left.
Oh, we're doing the knight step here, right?
The what?
Like how a knight moves in chess?
Oh, yeah.
2 and 1? There you go. Yeah, you can even get further away. And actually, with your feet, this is the best way for a monk to act, right? Come in for a bunch of attacks, use that feat to get out of the way. It doesn't even cost you anything extra in order to move out of the way, which is great. And it doesn't provoke an opportunity attack from that creature for the rest of the turn. So, whenever you move, it's perfectly fine. So that's just your movement that did that. You didn't have to do that on a bonus action, disengage or anything like that. So you still have you still could do a bonus action. If you want to change the order, because we've never done this before, perfectly fine. And you can still try to hit it with your fists if you want, or not.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to touch it. So
okay.
Have any of us encountered this before in our memory?
No.
We've never heard about anything like this.
Go ahead and let's have one person roll a nature check.
Anybody got a good nature?
I've got a good nature. I'm entirely likable.
I mean, I do, but
Mine.
I was a ranger.
I'm not here right now.
Kind of seems like a ranger sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Oh,
Would you like to point out that you're unconscious, Kondra?
Yeah. I'd like to point out that I am currently drowning.
I love the fact that it does not impact her impatience at all.
No, she is just as impatient. Excellent.
All right, well, I'll roll one if nobody else has a.
Go ahead and roll.
No. Do you have any pluses on it?
Nope.
Mine's a +1.
9. The only thing that you know about oozes is, everyone has heard of these devouring blobs of acid that are like, land-loving jellyfish, basically. So that much about it. There's a huge variety of them. You have no idea which one this is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's your brethren.
All right. So it goes, we go through the order all the way back up. Where is my tracker? Oh, you know why? I put the tracker on the wrong thing. So that's fine. I can live with this. Okay, it is order, you go through, and that is it. It is top of the order, which oddly is Rampuri again.
Oh, because we're not surprised.
So if I want to pick up Kondra, that's, I assume, my action, right? I can't attack and pick her up. And
you can't attack and pick her up. No, that'll be your movement.
Yeah. So,
it'll be your action.
Picking her up would be my action. All right. I'm going to pick her up and take her to the stone over here next to Zankorn and Pele.
Okay.
Right.
I got you.
All right. Picking her up and moving over. So this is going to be kind of interesting. As you get in close to pick her up, you're able to pick her up, but as you're leaving, because you haven't attacked the doohickey this round, and you can't, as far as I know. So the last round used up your disengage feature of it, so it has the chance for an opportunity attack against you, which it will take. Go and Wrong one. 14.
15.
15. It forms another pseudopod out of a different area and swings towards you. You duck just out of the way as it flies over your head. Scoop Kondra up and head towards the rock in the corner. You're going at half movement, but you've got 50 feet. You use 10 to get here. So that would be 20, 25, 30, 35 feet puts you and Kondra both on the rock. So you guys have made it over there. And that is the end of your turn.
Even in water?
I did half movement. I don't think you're supposed to do half and then half again for carrying someone. Maybe you are. Someone check me on that. But I just did half movement. So he didn't quite make it as far. Actually, I don't know if he would make it. Hold on. 10, 20, 30. 40. No, that's fine. You would have made that.
Gentleman capabilities here, Pele.
Always. Just keeping you honest.
It's more likely to question my abilities as a DM, but I'm just going to let it slide.
I have full faith in you.
It was 20 feet away. He's got half movement, 50 feet. Seems like it works. And he could have gotten attacked, but he lucked out. So we're good. I think we've invested enough drama for him picking up Kondra, who is still, by the way, dying. It is now the Gray Ooze's turn. That last bit was a reaction. And let's see what it is going to be doing. It does not have a lot of movement. 5, 10. It has enough movement, though, that it can get closer to Rocky, and it reaches out, again, forming a new pod that swings like a big uppercut towards him. Slow, though, to 2. Clear miss. Rocky dodges deftly out of the way as it retracts its pseudopod back into its body and readies itself for something different. Tatiana, your turn.
I am going to retreat back over to Kondra.
Okay.
And I'm going to give her my lay on hands pool.
Nice.
Healing action.
All right.
So I kneel down next to Kondra, take a deep breath. I bring the power of the gods down through me, and I put my hands on her torso, and I breathe out, and I give her 5 hit points.
5 hit points? Go ahead and add them back.
Woo!
Kondra, you sputter back to life.
All right, 5 hit points.
All right.
I give myself this. Okay.
Pele, you're not down.
I'm what? I'm knocked
You're
down.
not down. You're like in the cave, conscious.
Oh, yeah.
Ready to do stuff.
For the first time ever, I'm conscious in the cave.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I'm not getting near this thing. I didn't want to see it even before I knew it could hurt us. So I pull trusty Lucky, the crossbow, from my sheath. And now, because this is technically the second turn, correct, Dave? It's
This is technically the second turn. Let's have you roll.
So as I reach for Lucky, my trusty crossbow, get this weird taste in the back of my mouth, and I think, oh no, it's like pop rocks, sort of fizzing in the back of my mouth, and I roll a 1d4. Oh, and it's a 1. Oh boy,
It's a 1.
Let's
Suddenly,
hope he doesn't appear somewhere bad.
you are standing there, and you suddenly feel this strange feeling in the back of your mouth, and all of a sudden you see everything around you just into blackness, and then a half a second later to you. And it's a little bit weird because before it was just so disorienting. It was pop pop and you were at a new spot, but now that this has happened more than a few times in the last 24 hours, you sense the whole cave, everything like being sucked into a single point that then goes within you. Everything is black, and you seem like you're there for like 5 seconds. You're looking around trying to get your bearings of where you could possibly be, and you can't tell anything. It is completely black. And then you... Oh, I'm on the wrong screen to move you. You see the whole world unfold in front of you. Back to where it was, and you find yourself teleported to a new spot. The world comes back to where it is. You're disoriented. That's taken half of your movement, but there's where you're located.
It happened again. I say to everyone, as though they didn't just witness something dope. I look around and I notice there's the ooze again, and I say,
yes,
okay,
it's a lot closer now.
It's much closer, and then I say to the ooze, yeah, I can be spooky too. I can be tricky. And I take aim with Lucky the crossbow, and I let loose a devastating 17.
17 is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And we roll for damage, and it's a beautiful 6.
6.
6 points.
You see the crossbolt fly through it, and it just sort of open up a little bit with some more goop falling out and into the water below. Bonus action.
Bonus action. I say, well, how about seconds then? And shoot another one. This time it's an 11.
11. That's also a hit.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Boom. Shoots another arrow. This is a 9.
9. You slice through it, and it's like as that first bolt went through and it split open, it twisted to perhaps get out of the way, and the next bolt goes through, and chunks of it just start falling into the water and floating away. It's still moving and trying to pull itself back together and pin itself up against the top of the of the cavern.
Disgusting. And I use the remainder of my movement to retreat back to the little small island. I think I have 3 little squares of movement left.
Yes, you do.
So I just sort of, as I'm
like back over here.
Insults at it, I'm slowly also backing away. Oh no, I was thinking like 2 down from Zakor.
Oh sure. Okay, let me move you there.
Yeah, sorry.
No problem. All right, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I still want to be in range of it, and then
right.
I'm done.
And then you're done, Rocky.
So, can I fire with my longbow and then back up 15 feet? Or do I back up 15 feet and fire?
You're really close. You'll fire at a disadvantage if you fire at this range because you're within 5 feet. But you could.
Why wouldn't I move and fire?
If you move away, you're in range. Oh, he's already used his opportunity attack. He's already used his reaction, so you can move away and it won't trigger an opportunity attack. So you can move and fire, or you can fire and move. But
no, I'll move and fire.
Yeah. Okay. So you move. Which way are you going?
Back as far away as possible. If it's slow, I'll try to get back.
All right. 5, 10, 15. It's yeah. You can make it back to about there as you step back in the water. Huh?
It doesn't. It hasn't moved in the screen.
Sorry. You make it back to about there because you're in 4 feet of water. So Pele isn't affected by it because he's an aquatic elf, but you are. And so 15 feet is your max range. You moved out of the way as you notch an arrow in your longbow. Go ahead and fire.
Whip. I roll a 9.
9. They are not hard to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I hit for 5 points.
5 damage. The arrow flies through it, and you see it just like slowly, like if you threw slime on a ceiling and it began to just sort of slowly clump off and drop into the water in pieces, and it drops into the water below and begins to float away to your left. The gray ooze is no more.
Yeah,
Nice.
nicely done.
Yeah, take that, Ivan Ooze.
We'll just move him back here as he's floating in pieces away. Harmless at this point, but don't go playing inside of him because that could
May
be
he
dangerous.
rest in pieces.
All right. This is where.
Before we move, I will give Tatiana a kiss on the cheek. Thank. And then I will turn to the monk, grab him, and spin him around, and then hug him tightly. And he's probably hating this, but I don't care. And then I put him back down and say thank you.
Wow.
If you're still hurt, you might want to take that little berry.
Do we want to do a halitosis check on that when you got so close to Tatiana? I'll say that's a no.
It's on my cheek, so I think she was probably okay. I was
All right.
still
Yeah, I'm also gonna
breathe
take a good
in
berry.
and out.
All right. If you use your good berry, go ahead and use it and give yourself a hit point.
Does anybody
And-
want my good berry?
Please,
Here you
you don't
go.
mind.
You lost all your points. You've been hit twice. You've been the target of attacks. Just for those Wonderconians watching, Kondra has not learned that wizards are frail, and she always likes to be in the lead. But it's part of her personality, so
It is.
just a thing we
I'm just
deal
kind
with.
of devil, you know. Sorry about it.
All right. So you guys are at the. You're here. You're at this point. Gray ooze out of the way, and you have got a tunnel to your left where the gray ooze was that is dry, where earlier you saw two snakes, and you have a river/tunnel to your right, which is bubbling out a nice little a trickle of water that fills this cavern.
I'd like to venture forward slowly into the gray ooze tunnel.
Okay.
Using my monk superpowers to
All right.
see if
All
I
right, so as you crawl forward, you just move you up to the area that we were before. And as you are sneaking a little bit closer,
There might be another one. Be very careful. Look up.
you go ahead if you want. Roll a perception check if you want. Seven. You do not notice anything here, but what you do perceive. Hold on a second. Let me get this drawn for you. Oops, not drawing my best here because I got too many pop outs. All right. There we go. You do perceive those constrictors that were there before that seemed to be at the end of a tunnel. One of them was a little bit injured from before, as you imagine, but you don't know its state right now. And you can tell that there are two back here. And the cave is a dead end at the end. They have not seen you.
I'm going to motion back to my party.
Mm-hmm.
The
For
internet-
those of you who aren't watching, he motioned, there are two snakes. What's the
Is there
plan?
any way we can like poison these somehow?
They have not noticed you yet. You can use your creativity.
I'll do her thing and blow them up.
Oh, that's an idea. Let's just blow them up.
Wait,
Ow.
are the snakes guarding anything? If it's a dead end, shouldn't we just leave them alone and hope they don't come out?
There's probably treasure underneath them.
They very well might be guarding something. Your volume's a little low. I don't know if you can fix it up or just like put your head into your laptop when you speak. So then you sound louder.
I thought really a mic.
She's gonna hate me. She's
Is
gonna.
this better? I'm gonna
Great.
play
And
like
it does
this.
make you seem more drunk, so you're totally in character, which is awesome. All right, folks, what's the plan? You guys have a moment to convene and come up with a plan. Rampuri, are you
Okay.
sneaking back to the crowds?
Yeah, I'll sneak back so we can huddle up.
All right, you huddlers.
Corleone, can't he blow it up? Yeah.
You can go ask him.
Yeah. I'll go over to
Got this.
Corleone. Go up there.
Yeah, what is it? You
Yeah,
guys okay?
Yeah, we could use some help. We just want to get two big snakes to blow up into little pieces.
Oh. Is anyone dead?
Not yet.
Is anyone mostly dead?
Not yet.
All right, I'm coming down. So let me have him roll some acrobatics checks here as he needs to get himself down. Oh, no, he did fine. It was close. The first one. If it wasn't an advantage, it could have been really bad. Oh, he's fine. He makes it all the way down to the bottom. You hear him, climbing down. He's like, God damn, this place again. Kind of a wreck. All right. Hey, guys. Hey, everyone. Hey, Scales. How you doing? All righty.
We were really good at last time at cooking up that steak. So.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you noticing. Let me. So what's here? What's the deal? What's going on?
There's some snakes up that passage.
Like up that wazoo that way, where the water is, or where it's dry.
Where we are.
Got it. And you need me to what? I have to go in first or something?
I don't know. Tell us. Can you cook them from a distance?
Oh, I don't know. I can do a couple of things. See, I've got that Eldritch Blast thing I was doing last time. It's pretty cool. Did you guys notice it?
Good. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's but I can fire that a lot, but it doesn't do a huge amount of damage.
You guys want me to lure them out?
What?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why doesn't someone lure them out? I can, or the monk can, or someone can, and then let's just all prepare something and be ready for them to slide on over, and we just surprise them.
Well, I mean, I do have something that's something that's called Witch Bolt. It's pretty cool. It's like lightning, sort of, and I fire it at just one of them, though. There's two of them, I think. But and if I hit, and I'll be honest, I am not the best aim. I've just learned the spell, so I'm a little wild. But if I'm able to target it, it does a decent amount of damage, and then it keeps like doing damage over and over again if it sticks. But so far, only thing I've gotten, honest truth, there was a toad that I practiced on, and I hit that. But other than that, there isn't.
I can teach you how to cast Witch Bolt. I mean, I cast that quite often. So
that would be great. I mean, any tips that you have? Because I was sort of putting my hands in sort of this one over the top, and I wasn't really getting the aim. So I was thinking of maybe switching it a little bit.
No, I mean, just a normal, hands in front of,
like
just
two hands forward.
2 hands forward, just
maybe
like
I'll do like a
just kind of make sure you're no sweeping, just line it up, just line it up and just fire, fire.
So like a shot put, maybe, just sort of.
No, just just right here, just right here is good.
All right,
Yep.
2 hands, step forward. Yep. Should I step with my dominant foot or my non-dominant
Don't care.
foot?
Don't. That's all you. That's all you.
Give me a second. Let me see.
Okay, just line it up.
I'm gonna go with my non-dominant foot. I think that's more natural.
Sure. That sounds, fine. That sounds fine. Just aim, shoot.
Okay.
Yep.
So why don't I just stay out here and someone can lure it out? I'll just position myself, because I'll be honest, I'm gonna just run like the Dickens as soon as I see the damn thing.
If we lure them out, will it not be surprise?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, you can like make noise or try to get it to come out or something like that, if you want.
Huh.
I can lure them out if you guys all line up with your ranged weapons.
So what you can do?
Throw a rat at it or something.
Go catch a rat.
I'm pretty sure Tatiana still has hers, Because she never got really a turn to do anything last time by the time it was dead. And she never said she put it down. So she looks down in her hand, in her drunken hand, and still realizes, I got a rat.
You think this would be a good lure?
So what we can do as far as gameplay is concerned is if somebody wants to go in and try to lure them out, everyone else can ready a spell or an action. So as soon as they poke their little heads around the corner, you can fire your insert name of fiery thing there and do that if we want.
I'm willing to do that. I can use my stealth to get in and then start firing at them and see if they come after me.
Okay. All right. So who's gonna sneak down the tunnel first? Who are our tunnel goblins here?
I've got a very, very high stealth plus.
All right. Okay.
I can try to sneak myself there too.
And then so what's your plan? Talk me through what you guys are gonna do. Where's everyone positioning themselves? So let's kind of go in order. We'll use the same order that we did before. Rampuri, what are you gonna do?
Well, so if Rocky's gonna lure him out,
there's no reason for more than one person to go down there.
Yeah. Well,
Just get ready.
My thought was I don't have any ranged attack, but I can whack him and run, and I'm very fast.
But if you just mess up, that could really. I'd say don't risk it. Just let me try to shoot. They'll come out after me. Just everybody be ready to attack them once they're in this choke point, the small place before they come out.
All right.
So Rampuri, where are you hiding?
I think I'm just gonna hold on. I'm gonna get up kind of as close as I can, I suppose. So when they come around the bend, I can whack them and run.
Okay. So there's a little nook sort of right there that you can tuck in.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. Press yourself up against a wall there and see if you have an opportunity to do it. Corleone is, getting ready for his witch bolt just straight down the path. Tatiana, Kondra?
I unsheath my double-bladed scimitar.
Okay.
To get ready, and I think that it could probably just stay right here and be really happy.
Okay.
I go up to Zankorin. Zankorin, could I have your little light back? Because the torch is a little bit difficult for me to use.
Absolutely. And hand them over the light. I can
cover it up until I need to shoot. I can be very stealthy until I get.
All right. So you guys switch. So I'm going to say Zankorin now has some light so he can see, and you've got the rock. Now, I mean, granted, there's some light that's flickering in here, but there's been some light flickering in since you've been down here. So, so Rocky, where are you going? You're the one that's leading, right? So you're gonna be near the front here when we push play.
I'm going in with my.
Okay, I'll put you there, Tatiana and everyone else. Where are you guys setting up? Is anyone readying any spells, weapons, ranged attacks?
I'm gonna go right at the corner there, but kind of keep myself a little bit, but I want to be able to see them when they come down. Obviously,
right over here next to Corleone.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. You guys are blocking basically the entrance to it. Okay. Cool.
And then I'm gonna ready real quick. I'm gonna ready Ray of Sickness.
Okay.
As soon as I see them, I'm hitting them with Ray of Sickness.
Okay. Are you waiting to see one or perhaps both, or I don't know how many you can target on that?
I can only target one, so okay. I'll just
first one that comes through.
I'll just get after it.
Gets hit. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Zankorin, Pele?
Well, is there any way I could just sort of stand behind Corleone with a ready crossbow? Or will is it too tight? Do I need to
It's pretty tight. at that point. But if you guys kind of coordinate it, that as soon as if you can ready on as soon as Corleone ducks, right? He's gonna fire, then he's gonna duck, and then you're gonna have an open spot where you can step above him. You got plenty of time to plan these things.
Okay, well, I was wondering, I mean, maybe what if I go down to the sort of lower left of Rocky there and tuck in the nook across from the monk, and then just ready my crossbow that way.
Okay.
Now hopefully Corleone has a clear shot, and he just has to thread the needle with his wild lightning strike between me and the monk.
Right, which we'll see how that goes. And Zancorin, anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go probably in between, unless there's like another kind of nook or rock area.
Not really. They've got them all filled. There is another one back there, but it's probably in. There's one right here, but that's in plain sight of them.
So then I'll go in between Pele and the monk, and I'll ready my dagger and my rapier.
Okay.
Corleone's gonna go over your head and between the two of ours.
Yeah, you guys are kind of gumming up. If you're in the middle, you're gonna kind of gum up the.
Well, I have halfling nimbleness.
I mean, that allows you to get there, but it's still. I mean, you have to think he's gonna. At least the way Rocky described it, he's gonna fire off a couple of shots if he can to get them to pull out. Then he's gonna hightail it out of there, clear the path, and then hopefully they show up around the corner and you guys can unload on them. That was sort of the plan.
Okay. I'll
So, I mean, you can go there, but I'm thinking that it would make it more difficult for him to leave.
Okay, then I'll go right behind the monk.
Okay.
You want to get on my shoulders again?
Behind you is, I think, gonna work out.
Yeah.
Do me and Corleone have a clear path to cast our spells?
Yeah. I mean, Rocky's got to get out of the way first, right? So Rocky said he's going to fire some arrows, and then he's going to bolt out of there.
Cool.
And presumably he'll be able, he knows he's going to go and hide around the edge as soon as he can. So, are you guys ready to do it?
Do it.
All right. So let's, Rocky, as you're sneaking up, let's have you roll a stealth check.
A 25.
25.
Nice.
Quiet as a mouse, which is oddly a snake's favorite meal, you sneak down the damp tunnel, treading carefully around the rocks on the soft sand, and make it to be able to peek around the edge. You know that it is dark. You cannot see anything, but you know you'll have a half a moment to most likely toss out that rock so you can see, and then ready your bow to attack.
I'm going to want to check for the reflection in that greasy eyeball.
All right.
I'm going to use my 2 super cool arrows.
Okay.
The other thing, if they have any pluses, but you can add them to whatever.
Can you be a little closer to the mic? It's kind of hard to hear you.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't tell what you were going to do. You're going to use your new arrows and...
I'm going to use my two new arrows, and I'm going to, when I drop the rock, for that second when I'm going to fire, looking for their eye.
Okay. So you toss the rock in.
No, I don't need to toss it in. I can just drop it at my feet. I'll still do it.
Yeah. You can drop it at your feet. It's fine. And it shines enough down the hall that you can see both of them. Rock dropped. Bow picked up. Fire. Go ahead, and I'm assuming you're rolling at the one up front.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll down. Go ahead and roll attack.
Yeah, you have to change any. You have to change the. If there's any modifiers.
There aren't any modifiers on it.
Okay. That would be a 19.
19. I'm assuming you're going at the one in front, which is B?
Yes.
All right. You step around the corner and unloose your arrow. Giant snakes in small caverns are not hard to hit. You hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
9 points of damage.
9. Hold on, let me get rid of these. 9 points of damage. The snake coils back as it sees you. It sort of backs into the corner a little bit. You can tell the one you hit was previously damaged a bit, but maybe from the previous day. You see an arrow sort of sticking out of part of it, but it seems to be as alert as ever as it turns its eyes towards you.
Fire again.
First, Snake's turn as we go through the rest of this order.
Surprised?
Both. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's surprise. So we go through that round. Everyone else right now is saying, okay, now we're going to hold our action at the top of it. Obviously, we're not going to accidentally spoil it on a surprise round. Rampuri holds his action. Tatiana holds hers. Pele holds hers. Rocky, your turn again.
I fire again.
Yep.
This time at 25.
25, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. What's your plus on that?
Very high.
Very high.
9 more points.
The second bow sinks in as the giant constrictor has this fight or flight impulse that hits. It is in a dead end, and it is coming out fighting as it moves forward. This one gets... Oh, it's your turn. You fire. Are you moving, or what are you doing?
Run. Go.
All right. So you fire, and you clear the way.
Stone, as I run back.
I'm sorry?
I pick the stone up. I scoop it up as I run.
Okay. You scoop up the stone. You run.
Light.
Huh?
The light stone.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Where are you trying to get to? Like behind Tatiana?
Yeah. So I can keep firing.
Okay. So you move 30 feet. I slowed you a little bit because you had to make it through this crew at the bottom. But the halfling somehow just didn't seem to even be there. He was so nimble. Giant Constrictor B, their turn to move. 5, 10, 15, 20, as it makes it to here. It is in plain sight of everyone. So we're going to go through and have everyone do their opportunity attacks. I'm going to do them as I sort of see them on the screen. Pele, you were holding what? Lucky?
Wait, Dave, you should refresh the Twitch stream.
I'm sorry. There you go.
Oh crap, that's a really big snake.
Yeah, it's filling up a big
looks
chunk
huge.
of the tunnel.
Yeah, no, I've got Lucky readied, so I let loose on this thing,
Okay, go ahead and roll.
and I roll an 11.
11. You were just terrified at this thing moving so quickly. Its speed is amazing. You fire off a shot which ricochets off the wall and behind, doing no harm. Now, this is not your turn. This was your previous turn. It's your reaction on this turn, right? So we'll come back around and do that. Right now, this is just everyone using their previous reaction. Monk, you don't have a ranged weapon, so it's not your turn, and you don't really have a reaction that you can do on this turn. Zankorin, you don't have a ranged weapon, so you don't really have a reaction you can do this turn. Let me get to Kondra. Kondra, you have
Ray of Sickness.
a clear shot. Go ahead.
Coming at you, Ray of Sickness.
All right, what's that? What is that?
Woo!
Ray of Sickness to hit. 20.
20.
Awesome. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, damage is 2d8, 11.
11. Doesn't this one have a Constitution saving throw as well?
It does. It does. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 poison damage and my Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it's poisoned until the end of my next turn.
Okay, what it's doing a Constitution?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it still takes the damage.
Yeah. It already took the damage. What is it? What's its save? It should be your spellcast DC, probably.
13?
13. Rose a 12. So what's the damage it gets?
The damage was... Let me go find it again, my bad. It was 11.
I already did that.
And then it is poisoned until the end of my next turn. I'm not sure.
All right, so attack and saving throws are a disadvantage for it. Corleone's turn. Corleone gets himself ready for his witch bolt. Yeah. Second. Non-dominant foot. And he mumbles something and lets loose witch bolt.
What'd I tell you, Corleone?
This beam of crackling blue energy lashes out towards the creature and strikes it, doing 1d12 damage. Let me clear this. There, 1d12. Aww. It hit, but he just didn't quite get the force behind it that he was really hoping to get. Just does 2 damage, but the target takes 1d12 on each of your turns for the duration, and he can use his action to automatically target and hit him again with another 1d12 turn after turn. But for now, it is just two little points, but they make a difference. Who else had a ranged weapon? No one. So that's our reactions. Let's get back into the normal order of things. The next constrictor snake, also realizing that it is fight or flight, starts to move forward. 5, 10, 15, and it gets bogged down behind this other one as it's beginning to come forward. There's just this tangled mess of constrictor snakes that are in there. Rampuri, your turn. I mean, as Zankorin, your turn. We've lost Zankorin.
No, I'm thinking. I am going to move into the middle spot there.
Like a step forward in range?
Yes, a step forward.
Okay.
And I am going to attack with my rapier.
All right. Bold move from
Yes.
such a little morsel of food. Go ahead and roll.
That is a 14.
You bring your rapier back and thrust it into its easy-to-hit, swirling body as it slides under one of the scales. Go ahead and roll damage.
A 5 damage for that.
5 damage.
And with my 2-weapon fighting,
Okay.
I'm going to use my dagger.
All right. This is your fancy +1 dagger.
It is.
Nice.
And that is a 15.
Your other hand comes down next to the rapier and slices in as well. Now that you know where to angle to get in between the scales, you do more damage with that after learning its weaknesses. 7 damage, total of 12 for your turn. You are in range and you are right there. Let's see who is next. Kondra, that was your reaction last time. Now it is your turn. So you have a whole turn.
So, okay, so Constrictor A is more than 5 feet away from my friends, right?
No. We're more than 5 feet from... Actually, it would be none of them. The snake is touching all of these 2 squares, and anything directly touching that square is within 5 feet. So...
No, I'm sorry. The one behind. The snake behind.
Oh. Yes.
He's far enough away from my friends, right?
Far enough away from your friends, totally.
So...
Not that has stopped you before.
Not that has stopped me before. Which I will just re-point out, I saved the day. But
I will say you saved the day.
For another...
You totally saved the day. You almost killed everyone, but instead saved the day.
I think I am going to cast Ice Knife on the back constrictor.
Okay,
Yes.
what's an ice knife?
Ice Knife is I create a shard of ice and I fling it at the constrictor in the back.
All right.
And on a hit, that target will take 1d10 piercing damage, and the shard will explode on a hit or a miss, and it will hit the other creature within 5 feet, which is the front one.
Okay, let's see if you hit it.
Okay, so Ice Knife to hit. Come on! 10?
10. The ice knife slams into the wall next to the snake, but it still explodes, right? Or no?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to look because, that's just what I'm going to do here.
Please help.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just looking up how it works because, we don't all know it off the top of our heads. This is just how the game's played. Shard of ice, fling it against the stone, read a book, range spell attack. On a hit, takes 1d10. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6. Okay, so remember the 2d6. Actually, why don't you roll the 2d6 right now, and then we'll see if they can get out of the way.
A 2d6. So I need to... How do I do that?
You hit the little die in the bottom left corner, and then click on the 6-sided die twice and hit the roly button.
Hit it twice and hit roll. Okay.
Yes.
6.
So you got some 5 and a 1 or something like that, right? So 6 total damage. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And what is your saving throw? 13, you said?
Their save DC is 13. Yeah.
All right. The first one rolls a snake A. Roll the closest one. Rolls a 4. The ice shards. He misses him, but then hits him on the ricochet and slides into him, doing 6 damage to the one in the back, which is actually B, but you can't see it, right? So, actually, no, it's A in the back. And 6 damage, and the second one, the ice does not hit him, and he is safe.
All right.
Safe enough.
Try it, y'all.
Whoops. Corleone, did we miss? Where's Tatiana? Did we hit Tatiana here? No, we haven't gone through the order yet, have we? This is odd. Who hasn't gone? Rampuri? No, Rampuri couldn't go. Tatiana couldn't go. You guys... No, we went through the top.
On our reaction.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I got this a bit mixed up. I'm going to catch up. This is slightly out of order, but I'm going to catch up on the people who haven't had a chance to go. Rampuri, you did not go this round, right?
Oh, side note, real quick, DM.
Yep.
Did they do disadvantage? Did one of them, whoever's poisoned, do disadvantage on their saving throw?
Oh.
Haha!
You are right. Let me roll a second one for them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nicely done, Kondra.
Nicely
Thank you
figured.
very much.
Still saved.
Damn.
Yeah, closer though. Closer. Rolled a 14 the second time. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, Rampuri, your turn.
So, can I reach Snake B from where I am? Like that coil that is in the square next to me?
The one closest to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually technically within 5 feet because it's a large thing. It's taking up all of those squares.
All
So,
right.
yes.
Then I'm going to unleash the stick.
All right, go ahead and roll attack.
1 second. 18.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
5. Your stick comes down on. You see where Zancorin had stabbed it, and you come down as close to it as possible to try to maximize any damage that you might do. You feel the stick kind of slip into one of the holes that he had made, doing a little bit of extra damage. Awesome. Bonus action.
I'm going to use my fist to put a finger in that hole and wiggle it around.
Ew.
Nice. Go ahead and roll.
20.
20. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
As your fist slips into its moist carcass. You, sorry about that. That was totally inappropriate. No, it did not do that. Hold on. There we go. I thought it reset. I was very angry. You see it just sort of curl instinctively as it is in a massive amount of pain. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to. I don't know if you can see my beacon, but just down into the left.
All right, you use your mobility feat to move away, not causing an opportunity attack as you tuck around the corner from Kondra and get a safe distance away. Tatiana.
So, I think I need to take out my awesome crossbow.
All right.
Remove Dragon's Breath. No making fun of my breath. Honor to be Dragonborn. And I'm going to aim
The halitosis weapon.
the halitosis weapon at this minion. Which one is the closest?
B is the closest one.
Right. Aiming it at B. You better be ready.
You're rolling at disadvantage because
Yeah.
you're drunk.
Because that was so good.
That was just totally dope. But
So now I have to roll it at disadvantage.
roll one more.
Wait.
Still a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Half drunken, she aims and then tries to re-aim and still manages to sink one in there. 11 damage. You see the snake. Whoops.
Is it still a snake or a porcupine now?
It is now a porcupine, and you see it writhe back and forth and then just sort of curl over unnaturally, belly up, and stop moving. Constrictor A appears to no longer have any life left.
A or B?
I'm sorry, that B, the closest one. Yeah, sorry about that. You know what? I'm just gonna plane instead of leaving the X there because it's a little crazy on the screen. I'm just gonna delete it just so it's out of the way. Even though there's a giant snake that's right there.
It sounds like that snake got the point.
Any movement on your turn? Or I don't think you have any bonus actions here.
I do not need to move anywhere.
You're perfectly fine. Okay, Pele, you had a reaction where you fired Lucky the crossbow
For a miss. And then...
for a miss.
So now I would like, because I'm close enough to the constrictor number A.
Number A.
Yep, number A. I grew up on this. I grew up in the alleyways.
You were like a urchin, but a street urchin instead of a sea urchin.
I
got it. I heard it.
You know. All right. So now I'm going to actually use Stabs McAdams, my rapier, and I'm going to attack with that instead.
Okay.
Because I'm so close.
Yep.
And I roll a 7.
7. It slides off the outsides of its scales as you thrust towards it. Bonus action.
Ooh, so now I have a question. If I was to move, would it have an opportunity attack on me, and therefore I should use my cunning action as a bonus action to get away from
Disengage.
it?
It depends if you wanted to get away without it striking you. But yes, you could do that. You can use your disengage to bolt out of there, and it could not have an opportunity attack against you.
Follow-up question: if I use my cunning action and I go behind it, will that be a problem for it later on? Like, is that a good idea or a bad idea to separate myself?
Well, it depends which way it goes.
I bravely use my cunning action to leap around the snake, and and then I head to the opposite end of the dead end.
All right, so you haven't moved, so you want to go like 30 feet
I'm thinking,
towards the dead end?
Yeah, like I'm gonna use my cunning action to go around it, and then I'm gonna go like way far away from it, like maybe maybe 20 feet, like just out of its range, but still in Lucky's range, which is 30 feet. So
Yeah, you can make it there, and you can go. I mean, you're only 10 feet away from it. You can back up one more.
yeah, I'll go a little bit farther away from it, and now it's got to make a decision about whether or not it's gonna come after old Pele.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
That's all right. So you're not quite flanking it, obviously, but you have separated away from where it is. Okay. Unexpected. Great idea, Rocky. Your next full turn.
You guys,
I
we
want
talk
to.
now?
I want
sorry?
to make all pokey.
Wait, hold on, Monk.
Monk?
Should we all leave now? I mean, it seems like we've kind of met our objective. We got Pele back in the snake lair.
Right. This is the perfect time.
To leave
If
him
you-
alone? No.
If you got tired of him,
To punk him. Let's punk the trout.
Oh, no. Let's keep the cloud around. I'm gonna shoot some arrows at this thing.
all right. You're gonna have to like change your position a little bit. I'm gonna assume you're gonna muscle up to the front a little bit so you can get a shot in.
Yeah, I can shoot over Zenko.
Yeah. But this is an impenetrable wall of people. Otherwise, that would make it really hard. So you scoot around, fire a shot easily over Zancor, and go ahead and roll.
I rolled a 19.
That's a hit. Your arrow does not have a hard time finding such a large target in a small cave,
And I rolled
and it sinks into its flesh.
very deeply. I rolled an 11.
11 points of damage as
Maximum
it
damage.
twirls around in pain. Any more movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here.
All right.
Push back out.
The out of here is getting as you move back to where you were before. And it is the snake's turn. Hey, who says we roll 50-50 to see who it goes after?
I like it.
All right. 1 and a 2, and it goes after Zancorin. 3 and a 4, it goes after Pele. It's a 3. Let's see. It's got 30 feet of movement. It sees all of the people that are nearby, and it bolts towards the back. 5, 10, 15, 20. Totally where it needs to be to make something happen.
Bring it on.
And it is, constricting is an action it's going to take when it has ample time to eat. It's just going to try to take you down. It bars those familiar fangs that you see towering over you again.
Oh, not again.
In what is
Actually, last time I didn't see it coming.
No,
So
you didn't. But
this is my
but you
first
imagine.
time.
9.
Oh, and I deftly sweep to the left as it misses by 5 armor class.
Nice. You duck out of the way safely, Zancorin. You already had your turn because I went out of order, right? So Kondra had her turn because I went out of order. It's Corleone. Corleone doesn't see him anymore, but he's gonna risk it and bolt forward and see what he can do. Actually, does he even need to see it to do?
Is the Witch Bolt the
Yeah, I don't think he needs to. If it says he needs to continue even looking at it, let's find out. On a hit, the target takes 1d12, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage to the target automatically.
Total cover.
The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range, or if it has total cover. Okay, it has total cover, so it's no longer in effect for it. But that's okay. It doesn't stop him from deciding he's going to bolt forward as far as he can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's as far as he can go, but he's got a clean line. He goes back to his tried and true Eldritch Blast as a beam of crackling energy flies towards the snake. 19. It sinks into its flesh, doing 3 damage. And he is not in the best spot, but that is the end of his turn. We go to the top of the round. Rampuri.
So by my reckoning, I can get in 35 feet, although I got to get through Kondra and then Corin. So
you won't have any penalty getting through a friendly person that's just one person. I tend to like take a little off if you have to go through a crowd, but one person I don't believe slows you down.
I'll step out of the way for you. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, 5 feet is your area, but Kondra's not 5 feet wide, so you can zip by her, and she's not trying to attack you tonight.
Right. So by my reckoning, I can get to there in 35 feet. And,
okay.
And then I'm going to try, and this time rather than whacking him with the stick, I want to try and impale him with on the end of the stick.
Okay. Is this where you want it to be? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and attack. And you have advantage. You're flanking.
Awesome. Critical hit, 25.
Nice. Critical hit. You come down, smack into its backside. Its head is way up near Pele.
Yes.
12
Nice.
damage.
12.
Beautiful.
Nice. The snake coils back in pain and stares at you. Bonus action.
I'm going to use the fist and just try and hit it in the exact same spot.
All right. You're flanking again. Still roll at advantage. 15. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
5.
You leap up off of a rock that's there, so you can come down with your full weight, like this 3-point stance. But you just pummel all of your weight into that one spot that you just hit before, and you see it just reflexively twitch and lash back as you do 5 more damage to it.
All right. And I'm going to use my last 15 feet of movement to go 1, 2. I'll go right here. Right.
All right.
Corleone.
All right. And then you cowardly hide behind Corleone. That's my
Where
artistic.
you going? Come back.
It's my artistic license. I just did that. Tatiana, your turn. Everything is around the corner from you at this point.
Everything is around the corner. If I move up,
Yeah,
which I may do,
you may.
I might move up a little. It sounds good.
All right, 5, 10, 15. You stumble up next to Zancorin. Hi.
You're so little. Thank Corin, you're so cute. Do I have a line of sight for this?
No. You need to go. If you head towards Corleone, you go 5, 10, 15 past Corleone, you'll be able to see it.
Can I dash up there and still?
No, I've only used 15 of your movement, so you can decide what to do.
Oh,
you still got 15 more feet.
Then I would like to go 15 more feet
All right.
toward Corleone.
You're next to Corleone.
How you doing?
You notice how firm and taut his skin is as you
Yeah.
stare deeply into his eyes. You feel somewhat aroused. I can do this because Paul's not here. So, and I can make very awkward situations for them. Okay, sorry. Corleone feels his heart flutter in a way he only dreamed about. Sorry.
He loves me. I am very lovable. Which when I unleash my crossbow.
All right. Go ahead and roll at disadvantage because you are... No, disadvantage. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm positive.
You're sure.
I may be wrong, but I'm positive.
I'm doing it. Dragon breath.
10.
Yes.
The bolt goes flying, lands right next to, 2 feet away from Pele's head. No damage.
Pele, for
You're supposed to yell that before you shoot.
Pele, your turn.
All right, well, I'm backed into a corner, and so I'm thinking, I think it's time for another swing of old stabs McAdams. And so I rear back.
Oh, wait, what about your pop rocks, bro?
Oh my
Pop
God,
rocks. Oh, yeah, we missed a round of pop rocks. Go ahead and roll.
Right. This could have been a whole different ball game.
Right?
So,
Totally.
my goodness. I was so focused on the taste of fear in my mouth that I didn't even notice last round.
We should have you roll twice this time.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll do that then.
Yeah, just roll like a disadvantage.
But now
because we didn't do it last time.
Oh, no, I've already queued up 2.
Okay, good.
So I rolled 2 of these bad dads, and I rolled because I'm like, oh my gosh, wait, I forgot. And it's 2 and a 4. So.
All right. So you're
swallow it down,
there.
and
You
I'm
see
like,
the.
Oh my God, that was
You
close.
see the world like begin to go, and you fight it off, and it pops back to where it belongs, and your turn continues.
Won't let the fear get to me. I've got other things to worry about, and I swing stabs McAdams over my head, and this time it's a 14.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And we roll a beautiful 10 for damage.
Whoa!
Oof.
Close as you are, filled with fear, your sword sinks deep into the side of the twisting snake. Bonus action.
Bonus action. I'd like to think that I am crammed back there with this snake, and there's nowhere to go. And I'm just gonna pray and hope that the next swing of this sword finishes this snake off. So I swing stabs McAdams again.
Well, you
Wait.
can't use that one again
Oh, you're
because
right,
you
I
have.
can't use that one again.
Yeah, you can use another one.
Oh no, the sword is stuck in the scaly hide of the snake, and I just can't pull it out, and so I reach for old Lucky the crossbow, and I think, oh boy, if I can't hit this huge snake in this tight space, this is going to be pretty embarrassing. And I roll, a 24. So
Nice.
That is a hit. So if people are wondering how could he possibly use a crossbow bolt on his bonus action, he has the what is the feat? Crossbow feat?
crossbow expert. Attack.
Yeah, crossbow expert
Bonus
feat.
action.
Which came as in exchange for his unfortunate blink effect that sometimes is helpful and sometimes could be deadly.
You never know if I'm gonna
You-
wind up in a wall or in the stomach of a snake. So
Right.
Now we roll for the old crossbow,
Yep.
and it's an 8.
8. Wow, you roll great damage. You see that you see its head whip by, and your crossbow bolt goes up through its lower, the thin, gaping part of its jaw where there's really just tongue and flesh, and fires up and gets stuck in between as it twists and tries to fight the damage. And it's still alive, but it is fighting like crazy. Rocky, your turn.
How is that still alive?
It's a big snake.
So can I run forward and try to get an arrow off?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you should be able to make it. Let's see what we got.
And run up there. I've got an arrow. I've
10,
got the bow.
15, 20, 25, 30. Yes, you can run all the way up there, fire an arrow.
I'm fire an arrow.
You arrow firer.
It's time to get another point, Snake. And I roll a 25.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I rolled 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Whip.
The arrow careens off of its scaly body and then sinks into the back of its head as it drops to the ground. The constrictor snake is dead.
Yeah.
You guys have cleared this area of so far everything that you have seen that is alive.
I start to sort of laugh and scream at the same time. Like,
While he's crying, I go and recover as many of the good arrows as I can and anything that I can get back.
All right. You both of your arrows that you have fired are in perfect shape. No damage to them at all.
Excellent.
Okay. Besides these two giant snakes that are here, which are very unfortunate. What are you guys? What are you guys doing?
They look for the nest. The snakes, they make a nest, and they sometimes throw up some the creatures that they devoured. And
Yeah. So as you're looking in here, you do see a decent amount of. Well, somebody roll an investigation check.
I'll roll it because I'm already here. Okay, investigation check, and it's an 18.
18. All right. You guys you're hunting through, lifting up part of the snake to see what's there. You see, bones. You see some shedded skin that's quite old and mashed down. It's not like it's a full skin. And in the corner, you see a chest. And you realize, oh, I see. This guy, whoever had this place, tucked part of its treasure in different parts of the cave. One of it being in the other one then that was trapped. This one seemingly guarded by snakes and ooze, which is kind of an odd combination. But nonetheless, in this tunnel, there is a chest that you see. It is brown. It is metal as well, so it's a combination of wood and metal. It looks like it's in fairly good shape.
Can we check and see if it's got any traps on it?
You can. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
This time it's a 12.
12. You look at it, and it seems, by looking at it, seems like it's okay.
Well, this looks okay.
Cool.
So,
it is locked.
Yeah, well, I've got thieves' tools, so I mean, I could try to crack the lock. Not like like pick the lock is what.
Try to pick the lock. Yeah, go ahead and roll a dexterity plus your proficiency modifier.
Okay.
So you'll roll and then add. It's probably +2 or something. Your proficiency.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So the proficiency is just whatever it says under proficiency.
Yeah, it won't there's not a single button for it. They really need to have a pick lock button because it's so cool.
Okay, so I need to roll a dexterity check.
Yes.
Okay. Where's the up there it is. Wait, no. Deception? Dexterity check? Where is it?
Dexterity's on the top row. Oh, it's sort of a base ability.
Oh, it's like one of the big ones.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It's one of the big
roll
ones.
Dexterity check. This oh, it's critical.
Nice.
Critical dexterity.
Plus, yeah.
You take out your thieves' tools. You're not messing around.
Stand back, boys and girls.
The
how
lock
to open a lock.
pops open.
All right, so now the chest is unlocked, right?
Yep. You slide the lock out. No one's ever done this before, but every time I play, people just open the lock and throw it out. But I can see a really good reason to hold on to a couple of these. I've never heard a player do that, but
no, it's a good idea. Why not? I think I'll keep
why
this
not?
lock.
Shove it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to lock something later.
Yeah, put it in my pocket. I'll make a note in my notes at some point, and so I'll stick it in
you
my
don't
sack.
have a key to it, but you've picked it once.
Maybe I don't need a key. I could, exactly. I could just open it.
Well,
again.
I would imagine, if you've picked a lock once, it's kind of like a puzzle, right? So the next time you do it, the check on this was a 15. So if you did it the next time, I'd probably drop it down to like 10, and after that, it would just be you can just do it, right?
Maybe,
if you practice it a few times.
Maybe it's the type of thing where I'm like chaining up a mortal enemy, and I don't ever need to unlock it again.
Right.
Or something. So
Right. I know. Whenever I use disposable locks when I chain up my mortal enemies.
Heck, you never know when you're gonna need to chain up a mortal enemy. Okay, so I think that the audience at home is waiting with bated breath for me to open up this chest.
I'm waiting.
I'm just gonna open it. I don't want to wait. So
All right.
just fling this thing open.
So, as you open the chest all by yourself at the end of that cavern,
Stand back!
a cloud of whirring daggers flies up in the air and spins around, slicing you up.
That's That's so horrible.
A cloud of daggers.
There is actually a spell called Cloud of Daggers.
Well, first time I'm hearing about it.
8 damage.
And the last.
All right.
And the 8 damage, and the cloud is still there, spinning around you as you're now. You'll be able to you're not unconscious or anything, are you?
No, I'm very much
Because that would suck,
alive.
because you would just stay being sliced up. So 8 damage as this cloud is spinning around.
Oh, crap.
And I'm assuming you flee, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Does it
Yeah.
follow me or do it?
No,
Oh,
it
thank God.
stays in like a 5-foot cube around that, spinning for a little while. And as you are staring at that thing, thinking to yourself, oh my God, what the hell do we do? You did, as you opened it, you did notice there was a scroll in there. But then just as you were like, it caught your awareness, poof, these daggers came out. And you got sliced up. You fled. There's still something in there. And as you're saying, yeah, that's bad,
Yeah.
we need to take a break. That's 10 o'clock. This is our hard stop, people.
Yeah,
It's
who knows?
not.
There is something in a chest that we don't know, and the daggers
I come
are
back
still
and I'm
spinning.
like, breathing heavy, and I'm like, there's a scroll in that chest. Bunch of daggers too, but there's a scroll in the chest. I didn't get it. I figured, what's a guy like me need with a scroll? Anyway, you guys can deal with that one.
The daggers are spinning in the corner.
Go bleed off in the corner somewhere.
Pele goes to bleed quietly off by
As I
himself.
pop my berry in my mouth. And just like,
Add 1 hit point back to yourself, and this is where we will end the episode today, in the middle of the cavern underneath the ruins of Near and Ver. You can join us next week, Tuesdays at 6:30 on Twitch, and you can get caught up with all of our other episodes for Legion D&D on any podcast place that you cast your pods. YouTube, Twitch is only up there for a couple of weeks. What else do we want to say, guys?
Happy
You're
WonderCon.
Happy WonderCon.
and if you're interested in joining us for any of our shenanigans on Tuesdays and sometimes Wednesdays, go ahead and subscribe to the old Legion D&D Twitch channel, because this
Oh, yeah, I
is a very
should give
special
the-
treat that we're
Right,
over
I
here on the other Legion M Twitch channel, and we usually play on a different one. So
Right.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us, regular Twitch followers and podcasters and WonderConians. And we will see you next week. Thanks a lot.
The more you roll,